Good afternoon, everybody. It is Steve Lookner with Agenda Free TV. We are here to bring you some election coverage today. Guys, it's 5 days before the U.S. presidential election, and there are a lot of events going on, a lot of rallies. Harris is doing 2 rallies, and Trump is doing 3 rallies. Is that what it is? No, wait. Harris is doing 3 rallies. Harris is doing 3 rallies, and Trump is doing 2 or 3 rallies. Okay, Harris is doing 3, Trump's doing at least 2, but maybe a third. All right, so we're going to bring you some live coverage, okay? If there's no other big news, my plan is just to show you the rallies and talk about the election in between and take your comments on the air. So I'm going to show you some footage. Thanks to the kind people at Right Side Broadcasting, we actually have footage of the first rally. Hopefully the other ones I should hopefully have Reuters footage of, but we'll see. We'll see about that. But let me just show you something really quick. Hold on a moment, if I can do this right. Yes. So, oops. Hold on. Hang on. I have to do this the right way. I got to do this the right way. So, courtesy of Right Side Broadcasting, that's a shot of Trump's plane in Albuquerque. And they are there live. And again, oops, now I have to do it a different way. How do I do it now? There we go. Okay. So that's Trump's plane in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And he's going to be coming out soon and doing a rally. So we're going to have coverage of that. And then after that, Harris is doing a rally in Phoenix, Arizona after that. Oops, you know what I messed up on the description? It's actually, the rallies are in Nevada, Arizona, in New Mexico. Oh my gosh, everything's falling apart. Hold on, let me just do this really quick. I have to fix the description. My description was incorrect because she's in Phoenix. In Nevada, with Harris also in Arizona, and Trump also in New Mexico. Harris in Phoenix, Las Vegas, and Reno. Trump in Henderson and Albuquerque. So I just had to fix the description. I think the description is going to be wrong on Facebook, but I'll have to fix that after. Let's see. So I said, today and tonight, Harris and Trump are both holding rallies in Nevada, with Harris also in Arizona and Trump also in New Mexico. Harris in Phoenix, Las Vegas, and Reno. Trump in Albuquerque and Henderson. That sounds right. Sounds right to me. Okay, sorry. We're getting, and if there's election news during the day, we'll update you on it. We'll take some comments and questions on the air from you guys. And basically just here to, this is obviously it's an important election for the world. And it's really coming down to the end of it here. It's coming down to the end. Ooh, let me do something. Hang on a moment. Let me see if I can get you this shot here. 1 sec here. Gotta do this way. Oops. No, I'm not going to worry about that. Everything's all confusing here. All right, let me show you again. Here is, oops. Oh, let me do it this way. We'll have to do it this way and then fix it later. So here is right there the shot of Trump's plane. Oops. No, we're going to do it this way. I got to do it the right way. Let me get this up on the screen for you here. Thanks for bearing with me as we do this on the fly. Oh, okay, that was already there. Okay, look, there is the Trump plane via Right Side Broadcasting. Oh, hold on, let me just do this. There it is, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Is it moving? Are they frozen? Oh, they're frozen on that camera, I think. How about their other camera? Oh, there it is. There it is right there. Okay. Oh, there's Trump. I think Trump is walking over on that shot. By the way, thanks so much to... See, there he is. There he is. We'll have sound when he starts speaking. Look, he's walking over. Let me go here. Let me go to a different angle. Different angle now. There he is there. Hey, thanks so much, Rick D. Rick, that is so generous of you, Rick D. Rick D, thanks for all your support. That's so nice of you. Also, Manny Snook, thanks, Manny, for being a member and for your kind words. Also, Punkette, thanks for your support. Thanks to all of our moderators here. Oops, we got to do it this way. Let's do it this way. There he is. Hey, thanks, Roberts Mayqueen, for moderating. Ruth Krafasi. And Linda Belk and Larry on X. Let's see if I can thank everyone here. Again, we'll have sound when he speaks. Trying to quickly thank the mods before he speaks. I got that fire. Sarah and Surly Dev on Twitch, thank you. Thanks to our Facebook mods as well. All right. I got to keep adjusting this. Sorry. Bear with me, technically speaking. I'm kind of switching around here. Really, really appreciate Right Side Broadcasting letting me use their video from this event. Really nice of them. Thanks, Right Side. Kay Lowry Body's moderating over there on Facebook. Thanks, Kay. So there he is. We're going to hear him speak. Again, we will hear Harris after Trump. Harris is speaking at where is she after? Is she in Phoenix after? She's coming up in Phoenix, so we'll hear her after. Okay, there he is. I think it's probably music right now. Hold on. Yeah, they're playing the music, so I can't play the music. There he is. There he is. So we will be covering both of their rallies today. Election coverage 5 days before the election. Please keep it respectful in the chat. Thank you. I appreciate it in advance, keeping it respectful. Again, I will have audio as soon as he starts speaking and the music stops playing. "5 days until the election, but a lot of people, over 50 million people, have voted. Okay, let's see. Is it? Can we turn the audio on yet? I think we can turn the audio on. Let's see here.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, New Mexico. What a good place. Thank you very much. Look, I'm only here for one reason. They all said, don't come. I said, why? You can't win New Mexico. I said, look, your votes are rigged. We can win New Mexico. We can win New Mexico. You know, I said, why? They don't want to stop the people pouring across the border that are murderers, they're killers, they're drug addicts, they're drug dealers, they're gang members. Why? New Mexico wants to keep it going like it is. So, you know, we almost won it twice. And let me tell you, I believe we won it twice, okay? You want to know the truth. And if you can watch your vote counter, if we could bring God down from heaven and he could be the vote counter, we would win this. We'd win California. We'd win a lot of states. A lot of states that they say, oh, a Republican can't win that state. They say a Republican can't win. Well, you know what? We're going to win it. We got to win it. You just got to keep the votes honest. Keep the votes honest. But a very big hello. It is really an honor to be in New Mexico. I have so many friends. I've been here before, as you know, but we have so many friends, and I'm thrilled to be in this beautiful state with thousands of very proud, hardworking American patriots, which is what you are. And I'd like to begin by asking a very, very simple question. Are you better off now than you were 4 years ago? You know, we had per gallon $1.84. We used to say 87. I was corrected by the people in Washington. Can you believe it? $1.84 a gallon. And now you're at $3.50, $4. And let me tell you, after the election, if things didn't go the way they're expected to go, you'd be at $6, $7, $9, $10. But I've come here today with a message of hope for all Americans. With your vote in this election, I will end inflation. I will stop the massive invasion of criminals into your state. And I will bring back the American dream. We're going to bring back the American dream. It's hard to have an American dream when radical, crazy killers and just horrible, horrible murders. You know, you had coming through your border. Do you know how many you had? 13,099. That's Border Patrol, who endorsed me, by the way, very strongly. And you know what they said about her? She's the worst person they've ever seen having anything to do with the border. She's terrible. You cannot elect her. That's Border Patrol. That's Border Patrol. Do you know that in 4 years, almost 4 years, she never called Border Patrol once, and yet she was in charge of the border. That's not too good. That's not. She's a stiff. She's a total stiff, and she lies. She had a news conference today. Trump wants to, let's see, what can we, he's going to cut Social Security. No, I'm not. I'm the one that saved it. He's going to save Social Security. She's going to lose it. And he's against he's against fertilization. He's against fertilization. She just says anything that comes to her mind. She's a liar. She's worse than Crooked Hillary. At least Hillary was intelligent. She was a very intelligent one. This one is a total stiff. You can't have her as your president. You know, she talks about unity. Oh, unity, unity. Oh, yeah, unity. By the way, he's like Hitler. He reminds me of Hitler. He's a fascist. She's talking about we're going to have unity, and then she calls me a fascist in the next sentence. This is the worst unifier. And you know, Biden was bad, but you know who was a really bad unifier? Barack Hussein Obama. He was a horrible unifier. Horrible. He was a horrible unifier. And not a very good person. Not a very good person. Now, here's the guy, though. The man whose election was ripped away from him like you take candy from a baby. Okay? Crooked Joe Biden. What's better, Sleepy Joe or Crooked Joe? Sometimes I feel like it's Sleepy. Well, now, I don't know. Well, he's gotten him in so much trouble when he called you garbage. Hey, you're not garbage. You're not garbage. This is a hell of a big crowd. Look at that. Goes. I wish the fake news. I wish the fake news would show this crowd. I wish they'd turn the cameras over there as far as the eye can see. Over there. Not one camera's turning. Not one camera. They never turn the cameras. They never want to show the real crowd size. You know, Kamala should never be running right now. She doesn't deserve it. She came in last. She got no votes. Whether you like him or not, I'm not a big fan, but we had a debate. His numbers went down. It can happen, but they took it away from him. You don't take it away. He got 14 million votes in the Democrat Party, and then, oh, that sounds like a nice F-35. You know how many of them I bought? I bought a lot of them. Personally, I like the F-22 the best, by the way. But I think the F-22 is the most beautiful fighter jet ever made. But let's get back into this. That's the weave. Let's get back to the subject. You always end up in the right. You have to always end up in the right place. But crooked Joe Biden, they stole the election from him. They went in, they said, crazy Nancy Pelosi, who, by the way, she had a big stake in Visa, and she sold it 2 weeks ago. The following day, it was announced that Visa is under major investigation. Nancy Pelosi sold her Visa stock 1 day before it was announced that they were under investigation. And the fake news doesn't want to report the story. The fake news won't report the story. No. But there's one big difference between crooked Hillary and Kamala. You know what it is? Hillary was far more intelligent than I guess. But Hillary didn't lie as much. Hillary was a liar and a scoundrel and a horrible human being, but she didn't lie as much as Kamala. Kamala will get up and say, Trump doesn't want to frack. He will never frack. No, I frack and I drill, baby, drill. I want to drill, baby, drill. She'll get up and say, haven't you heard? Donald Trump will not drill, baby, drill. He will not drill, baby, drill. No. Fortunately, most people are intelligent and they get it. This one, and we're leading big in the polls, all the polls. This is all you need to know. Kamala broke it, and I will fix it, and I'll fix it very quickly. And with your support, New Mexico, look, don't make me waste a whole damn half a day here, okay? Look, I came here, we can be nice to each other, or we can talk turkey. Let's talk turkey, okay? First of all, Hispanics love Trump. They do. True. I like them. They're smart. They're a lot smarter than the person running for president on the Democrat side. You could say a lot smarter than Biden, too, I can tell you. They're smart. They're entrepreneurial as hell. They're great entrepreneurs, actually. Great small business owners and big business owners, too. But they're great. They work their asses off. That's right. They don't want to get anything for nothing. They want it. They just want a fair, nice, level playing table, and that's what's going to happen. But you know what? No, but did you hear? I'm at the highest point of any Republican in history. Now we're going to, okay, that's one step. Now I'm going to make it of any Democrat also, because I treat you much better than the Democrats. The Democrats, they're destroying your country. They're destroying your country. So I'm here for one simple reason. I like you very much, and it's good for my credentials with the Hispanic or Latino community. You know, on the East Coast, they like being called Hispanics. You know this? On the West Coast, they like being called Latinos. So, poll, give me a free poll. I don't have to spend $300,000. First is going to be Latinos, next is Hispanics, right? Which do you prefer? Latinos. Uh-oh. Let me give it one more shot. Latinos. Hispanics. I can't believe it. I had an argument on the plane back there. Where is it? Oh, there it is. I had a little argument on the plane. They said, sir, please use the term Latino when you're in New Mexico. I said, And I said, I've always heard Hispanic, and then at some point there is a little area, but I feel more comfortable. Sir, really, you'll be very insulting. I take a poll, and it's 97% I was right. A free poll. As I was saying, I love the Hispanics. I love them. I love Hispanics, and they are. They're hard workers, and boy, are they entrepreneurial, and they're great people, and they are warm. They are warm. Sometimes they're too warm, you want to know the truth. They are warm people. But you have to turn out the record numbers that we need in order to really demand a better future, and you have to go out, you have to vote. We want to win, win, win. We want to take care of the great state of New Mexico. We're going to defeat Kamala Harris, the worst vice president, and we're going to make America great again. We're going to make America great again, and you're going to go back. And, this group, I think this group is so large that if you all went right after this, who's voted? Oh. Okay, who is going to vote? That's good. Well, the people that have voted, if you voted against me, shame on you. I'm only going to focus on the people that haven't voted. I'm holding it against you. I should have done this trip about a week earlier, by the way. It's all right. These are minor mistakes. No, it's good to be with you. I don't give a damn. But those people that haven't voted, which is about 40%, get out and vote for Trump, and we're going to have a big victory. I just want to be proven right. I like to say I'm never wrong because it's good. Remember the hat, the great hat? Trump was never wrong about anything, and it's true. And that's sad because I've made some very bad predictions with her in office. You'll end up in depressions. You'll end up in third world wars. You'll end up, if anything ever happened, it would be horrible. If she got in, it would be horrible for the future of this country because she's grossly incompetent. She's more incompetent than Biden, and I didn't think I could say that about anybody. Do you think she's happy with him? I don't think so. Do you think she feels good about the language that he's been using lately, like calling us all garbage? Can you imagine the phone calls? What the hell are you doing, Joe? Please, Joe. I'm trying, Joe. I'm at a big disadvantage. They say I'm not smart, and then you go and you make it more difficult for me, Joe. What are you doing, Joe? Well, that's the way I feel, because that is the way he feels, probably. But you know who really, I won't use that term on him, but you know who the person is that we don't have too much respect for, right? I mean, you see what we have. And they're destroying our country, and they're ruining your state. They're letting millions of people come into your state. They're ruining your state. And get out there and vote. One of the biggest reasons we will win this state is that you have among the worst border problems of any state in America. And I am the only one that knows how to fix it. I already did fix it. 4 years ago, you didn't have a problem. 4 years ago, you didn't have a problem. Under Kamala, New Mexico has seen millions of people pour across your section of the southern border, including 10,000 convicted criminals and thousands of illegal alien gang members. Congratulations, you now have those gang members in your presence. Yeah, you have a lot of rough hombres, don't you? You have a lot of rough. They're tough hombres. Kamala has imported criminal migrants from prisons and jails, insane asylums, and mental institutions. They're emptying out their mental institutions and their prisons and jails from all over the world, and they're coming into the United States of America. We're like a dumping ground. It's a horrible thing. They come from Venezuela, they come from the Congo, and they're stealing countless American lives. In Las Cruces, Mexico, an illegal alien criminal who was arrested but released from jail. You heard about this. You know about this. It's a big story all over, but especially here. On unsecured bond was charged. Unsecured bond. What is an unsecured bond? The hell are they doing, an unsecured bond? What does that mean? What is that? A bond is supposed to be secured. Was charged with decapitating a man, mutilating his body, and kicking his head around like a soccer ball in the public park. The victim's head was found 30 feet from his body. He had been stabbed multiple times, and his middle finger had been removed. I guess that was a sign of something. Today, I want to have you hear direct. By the way, that person is not being charged like he should be charged. Okay? But today, I want you to take a look at something that just came about 2 days ago. We made a tape, which I'm going to show you, and it's a tape of a great mother who I got to know a little bit at one of the rallies, and I heard the story, and she said, I'd love to do this, and it's very sad. Everybody that's seen it, literally they end up, tough men have ended up crying pretty profusely by watching this, so please take a look.
Okay, I can't show the videos because of copyrighted music, possibly, and copyrighted video. So as soon as that video is done playing, I will take you back to Trump. I'm keeping my eye on it. I really appreciate you joining our coverage today. Oops, I know the headline's a little messed up. I'll have to fix that spacing-wise. But anyways, as soon as the video is done, I'll take you back to Trump. We will have I'm hoping to have, my plan is to have a Kamala Harris rally right after this, as long as I can get the footage. I'm hoping to. So fingers crossed. Also, I want to give you a quick update that Axios, Barak Ravid of Axios, is reporting that Israeli intelligence believes that Iran is preparing to attack Israel from Iraqi territory in the coming days, and that the attack would involve a large number of drones and ballistic missiles. So that is what Axios is reporting right now, that that Iran is preparing to attack Israel, but from Iraq, from their proxies in Iraq, and launch a large number of drones and ballistic missiles. So of course we'll keep an eye on the situation in the Middle East. If there's huge news, we can do a stream on it by itself. But for right now, we're going to keep covering the campaign. And again, Trump is just showing a video right now. And so I can't show the video, so I am just talking for a second and updating you. But as soon as the video stops playing, we'll go back to Trump. And I appreciate everybody being here. Oh, thanks Aleppo Gambit, Eliza Jane, and Kevin Feely, and Midas and Rick D for your support. I really appreciate that. Thank you. No, I can't. The video, I can't show it because it could have copyrighted video in it as well as copyrighted music. So it's both of those things. So I just need to be careful with what I can only show what I have the rights to. But I think the video is like 2 minutes long. So anyways, but hoping to have the, as long as Reuters has it, hoping to have the Kamala Harris rally in Phoenix after this. That's the plan, at least. That's at 4, supposedly, around 4. And we'll read some of your comments in between the rallies as well. Let's see. I do apologize if it's possible that like Reuters won't have the rally like I think it will. So I'll just have to see. Hopefully they're going to. But they're still playing this video. I'm sorry, but they're still playing the video. As soon as the video is over, I'll send you right back to the rally. Thank you also, Unleashed Poke Gamer. Unleashed Poke Gamer says, Iran regime trying to not use its territory so Israel might not strike Iran. Yeah, I think the Axios article suggested that. I have a hard time thinking that if Iran attacks Israel through Iraqi proxies, that Israel will really carry their way. Hold on. So, hey, let's go back to the rally right now. I'm sending you back over to the rally. Here we go.
Thank you very much. There are hundreds and even thousands of cases like that, and it's people coming into this country that are horrible people. They're horrible people. I don't like saying that, but they're horrible people. And they come in totally unvetted, totally unchecked through this ridiculous open border policy that she and the radical left have. And the only reason they can want it, I guess 2 reasons. They think they're going to sign people up to vote, or they're just grossly incompetent, which they are. Maybe it's both. But it's vicious. It's vicious that they do it. People are being killed every single day by illegal migrants coming into this country. These are rough people. These are people that have been in jails and prisons. And again, 13,000 plus murderers have been released into our country, some with the death penalty already stipulated against them. The day I take the oath of office, the migrant invasion ends and the restoration of our country begins. And the savages charged with brutalizing and murdering Precious Jocelyn are members of the same vicious Venezuelan prison gang, Tren de Aragua, the most vicious gang they say in the world, although I would say MS-13 is right there with them. We took out thousands of MS-13 killers. When I was president, we took them out by the thousands. Before me, they didn't take them out because the countries wouldn't take them back. With me, I said to the countries, you're not going to take them back, right? You're not going to take them back? No more aid for that country. They said, sir, we'd love to take them back. We'd love to take them back. We took them out by the thousands. 2 young girls walking down a street in Long Island. For some reason, MS-13 likes Long Island. And we took them out again by the hundreds and hundreds out of Long Island. We saved Long Island. But 2 girls walking down the street, going to school, 16 years old each, 16 beautiful, perfect, young girls. And they were hit by MS-13 and sliced up with a knife. They didn't want to use a gun because it's too quick. And they sliced them up and killed them, sliced them up into pieces. And those animals are paying a big price right now because of ICE. ICE went in and did a number on them. But we've got to get smart in this country. We've got to get smart. They're taking over apartment complexes. They're unleashing a violent killing spree all across America. In Aurora, Colorado, you've been reading about it. It's terrible. Yes, doctor, please. Doctor in the house, please. Please, take your time, doctor. Thank you. Medic, doctor. Thank you. Are they okay? Thank you, doctor. Take your time, doctor. We always have good doctors. That's one thing. We got a lot of doctors here. A lot of doctors, a lot of doctor support. Thank you. You've been waiting here a long time. Thank you. Thank you, doctor. Go ahead. You okay, doctor? You okay? Doing well? You tell us. Looks like you're doing okay. Thank you. Thank you. How about playing a song while the doctor finishes up. Do you want to do that? How about God Bless America? God Bless America? Go ahead, put it on. If my people can move quickly.
As soon as I play the song, I have to mute it. I have to mute the song.
And you can sing with this great voice that you're about to hear, if you'd like.
I'm going to mute the song when they start playing the song. No, they're not playing it yet. Okay, I have to mute the song. So apparently somebody had a medical issue and they're treating the person, and he is waiting while they treat the person. And they just put on a song, so I'm going to mute it while the song is on, and then as soon as he starts speaking again, I will play it. So sorry for the delay, but he is waiting. He's not speaking right now. Copyright reasons. That's why I have to mute the song. And we are here bringing you live election coverage. So New Mexico is not expected to be a Trump state, but he has decided to go there anyway. The election in 2020, Biden won New Mexico in 2020 by 11 points. But, you know, New Mexico, I was reading an article last night, New Mexico is close to some other states in the Southwest that are battleground states like Arizona and Nevada. It's a border state, New Mexico, so you heard him talking about the border a bunch. All right, so they're still playing the song. He's still not speaking. We're waiting for, I guess, somebody to get medical attention. You can see Trump standing there waiting for the person. AP had an article today that said Trump is traveling to New Mexico and Virginia in the campaign's final days, taking a risky detour from seven battleground states to spend time where Republican presidential candidates have not won in decades. He's in Albuquerque right now, and he is scheduled to visit Salem, Virginia on Saturday. The Trump team says AP is projecting optimism based in part on early voting numbers and thinks he can be competitive against Harris in New Mexico and Virginia. New Mexico in particular, if he sweeps swing states, Nevada and Arizona. Neither New Mexico nor Virginia has been carried by a Republican nominee for the White House since George W. Bush in 2004. Is he speaking again? No. Hold on. I think he might be speaking again.
Great song anyway. They got it a little wrong, but that's good. You can never go wrong with Lee Greenwood. That I can tell you. He's great. Well, thank you. And Doctor, I think you're okay over there? Yes? Everyone good? Let's go. Let's go. So, that was very sad, and there are so many sad stories for no reason whatsoever. Open borders. I call them the open borders, stupid policies. These are for stupid people. And we want people to come into our country, but we want them to come in legally. We want them to love our country and to love the people of our country, and we'll do that. But they can't just walk in from prisons and from all sorts of places. Do you know the crime rates are down in many places, in many cities outside of this country? Because it's all over the world. They're coming in from the Congo. They're coming in from, crime rates are down in Venezuela by 70%, 72%. because they're taking their criminals and depositing their criminals in the United States of America. Thank you very much. And the United States is now an occupied country, but it will soon be an occupied country no longer. We are an occupied country. When you see what's going on in Colorado, and I think Colorado is going to vote big for Trump too. They were the ones, the governor over there, he's a weak, ineffective, radical left lunatic. He doesn't know what to do because in Aurora, they're taking over the whole place. But you know what he tried to do? He wanted to get me off the ballot, and the people of Colorado were not happy about it, including Democrats. And we won 9-0 in the Supreme Court. That's what we had to do because of Colorado. And Colorado said, we're going to vote for Trump. That was their form of rebellion. So I hope you do that. I hope you vote for Trump. November 5th, 2024 will be Liberation Day in America. On day one, I will launch the largest deportation program in American history. I will rescue every city and town that has been invaded and conquered, and we will put these vicious and bloodthirsty criminals in jail or kick them the hell out of our country and fast. To expedite removal of the Tren de Aragua and other savage gangs, I will invoke the Alien Enemies Act of, listen to this, 1798. That's an old one. You have to go back that far because as we've grown and grown, our politics and politicians have become weaker and weaker. Our laws don't mean anything. It's so bad what's happening to our country, and we're becoming a very unsafe country, but we're going to be a lot more unsafe when you realize that all of the criminals from every country in the world is being deposited right into our nation, and we're not going to take it. But we're using the Alien Enemies Act, think of that, 1798, boy, that's a long time ago, to target and dismantle every migrant criminal network operating on American soil, and it gives tremendous authority to everybody to straighten out our country. We've got to have a country. We've got to have borders. We've got to have fair elections. We've got to have a free press. Look how many people are back there. They're just so many bad. They're so fake. So many of them, they're fake. They're fake. And if these monsters come back into our country, it's an automatic 10 years in jail with no possibility of parole. And I'm hereby calling for the death penalty for any migrant that kills an American citizen or law enforcement officer. And I will immediately ban all sanctuary cities in the United States. We're ending sanctuary cities, which is sanctuary for criminals. As we secure our border, we will bring back our economy, and very simply, I will make America affordable again. It's not affordable. Because these lunatics that we have running our government, they've allowed inflation to rise to a level that we've never seen before, and it's not affordable. They've come down, the prices came down, and now they're going shooting back up again. It's terrible. The job, we've got to get those costs down, and I'm going to get them down. You know how I'm going to get them down? We're going to drill, baby, drill. We're going to drill, baby, drill, bring energy down. And we're going to get interest rates down, too. They were at 2% with me, and now they're at 10, 11, 12, 13, 14%, and you can't get the money even if you want to pay it. Kamala Harris cast the deciding votes that launched the worst inflation in our country's history. She cost a typical American family over $30,000 in higher prices. Think of that, $30,000. And now Kamala, a disaster who shouldn't be allowed to run. She has no right to be running. You know what? You know the expression, right? They're a threat to democracy. That's what they are. They are the threat to democracy. Kamala wants to raise the typical family's taxes by nearly $3,000 a year. And I'm announcing today a new step that I'll take to get emergency price relief to all Americans. On day one, I will sign an executive order directing every federal agency to immediately remove every single burdensome regulation driving up the cost of goods. They drive up the cost of goods. We have so many regulations that hurt our country. I cut more regulations times 4 than any president in the history of our country. And that's why we had the greatest economy in history. That's one of the reasons why. The other is I gave you the largest tax cut in the history of our country, including Ronald Reagan. Furthermore, I will create a new cabinet position for a senior member of my administration who will be tasked exclusively with doing everything in the federal government's power to reduce the cost of living. We have to. You not be able to live. And a lot of it is just the regulations and the rules and regulations, which are just a waste of time and money. And everybody, we need regulation, but I have seen regulations where they have 30 regulations for one subject, and the one subject doesn't even matter. All agencies will be judged daily on their progress in slashing the cost of household items. We're going to slash the cost, and this will be the largest and fastest, most aggressive regulatory reduction. It's going to be the largest regulatory reduction in the history of our country, and it's going to happen very fast. Using just very conservative estimates, we will save the typical household $7,000 in the first year alone. With no impact to your life, no impact at all, just a waste of money. Uh-oh. Osprey. The Osprey. Pretty amazing, right? Pretty amazing. They've had some difficulty, but pretty amazing. We will end the inflation nightmare immediately and create a record jobs boom, the likes of which you've never seen before. And we had a record. Think of it, 4 years ago, we were energy independent. And during my administration, we had the most successful economy, the greatest economy in the history of our country. The history of our country. And we had the best job numbers in the history of our country. African American, Hispanic American, Asian American, men, women, people with a degree, young people with a degree in the best schools, young people without a degree at all. Every single group had the best. There wasn't one group that wasn't at the all-time top. We had the most successful administration, and we rebuilt the military. We did so many. We defeated ISIS. We did a lot. I will massively cut taxes for workers and small businesses, and we will also have no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and no tax on Social Security benefits to your seniors. This liar got up today. She said, Donald Trump is going to cut Social Security. No. She knows I'm not. She's going to destroy Social Security, but I'll never cut it. And I'm never raising the age either. She'll have no choice but to. But what I will cut is the tax on Social Security. So she's a little confused. No, she is a liar. And I'll also support a tax credit for family caregivers who take care of their parents or a loved one, a husband, a wife. And they deserve it. You know, without them, you wouldn't have enough hospitals in this country if you doubled them up. You have unbelievable people, angel moms. You have unbelievable people that do a great job, and they're entitled to that. On behalf of the great people of New Mexico, I will end Kamala's war on American energy. You're not going to have any energy. You know, they talk about Pennsylvania, no fracking. If you don't have energy, they're going to take it away. They want to go all electric, everything all electric. Oh, that's going to be wonderful. They want, even in the military, they want all electric army tanks. There's only one problem, they don't work. But they will be environmentally friendly as you blast your way into various enemy cities, right? We'll do it we will blast our way through into a city in an environmentally friendly way. You know what happens? The battery is so big and so heavy that you will have to carry it in like a wagon in the back. Okay? They'll be pulling a battery along in a wagon, and the battery's so heavy, they don't even know if the tank is going to have the power to do it. The whole thing is crazy. It doesn't go far. It doesn't have the right torque. These are minor details. The whole tank is so heavy that if it goes over a bridge, you're going to have to rebuild all the bridges. Same thing with the trucks. They want to make all trucks, all electric. The problem is they weigh 2.5 times more because of the battery. They don't go far enough. And because of the weight, by the way, it would mean we would have to build and rebuild. Every bridge in the United States of America has to be rebuilt to handle the weight of all electric trucks. I said to the head of the trucker, one guy has 28,000 trucks. I said, that's a lot. He's been buying them for his whole life. He said, I've been buying trucks for 50 years, sir, and every year they got better, bigger, stronger, more beautiful. We build those apartments on the back of that trailer right now, sir. You'd be proud to live in one of them. I said, I don't know about that. I'm not sure. Maybe I would. I probably would. They're beautiful. You see it. But every year, he said, for 50 years, they've gotten more efficient. They've gotten better. And now they want us to go all electric. And we'd be going back 50 years and much more. 50 years ago, a truck was better than the best electric truck today. So I said, did you explain that to the authorities as they burst into your office to demand that you go all electric? He said, I explained it. What they say, we don't give a damn. We want you to go all electric. This is what we're dealing with. It's like Gestapo stuff, okay? They use that term. It's like Gestapo stuff. What they're doing to our country is unbelievable. And you talk about a supply chain. I said, how many stops would you have to make for electric? 6 to Los Angeles, New York to Los Angeles. 6 stops, sir, and we have no chargers. I said, that's a problem, too. Do you know they built 8 charging stations? You know what a charging station is? The same thing as a pump with gasoline, except electric is there. It comes, you put it in, right? Do you hear this story? $9 billion they've spent for 8 charging stations in the Midwest. So you're about ready to run out of electric, and they say, sir, if you go 300 miles to the north, there's a charging station up there. It would cost us to do the necessary charging stations. It would cost us, they say, about $10 trillion. That's like $10 trillion to do the necessary. And you know what? I'm not against electric. I think they're incredible. I think they have a purpose. I think Tesla's great. I think Elon, he endorsed me, gave me the best. I think they have a great purpose. But you can't go all electric. You want gasoline-powered cars. You want hybrids. You want a lot of different things. New things are emerging, but you can't have that. But they want all electric within a very short period of time. Also, they're going to all be made in China. You know that. We have gasoline. We have all the gasoline you could ever. They have, and it's clean too. They have what's necessary for batteries, China. So why are we playing into their hands like this? Because we're run by stupid fools. Stupid fools. If Kamala is reelected, New Mexico's economy will be reduced to rubble. You're not going to be drilling oil. There's no more drilling. There's no more oil. You can forget it. We want to go off. You know, Germany tried it for about 9 months. That's the end of that one. She was gone right after that. They tried it. They almost lost their country. And they went back to it. Now they're building a coal plant a week. I mean, they've gone from one extreme to the other. But Germany tried it. China's building a coal plant a week. Kerry goes to meet with President Xi. He says, I'd like you to go environmentally friendly. Okay, we'll do that. Get out of here. Go back. Tell them we're going to do it. In the meantime, they keep doing whatever the hell they want to do. And all that air, by the way, comes over our country in 3.5 days. So we're out there, nice clean air, but the air from China blows over our country every 3.5 to 4 days. And when they dump their garbage into the ocean, it floats on by in the Pacific. It floats on by Los Angeles. It's a lovely sight to see. We end up picking up their garbage, right? Because we allow that to happen. We won't allow that to happen. We're not going to allow that to happen. You know, China, when I was president, paid us hundreds of billions of dollars in taxes and tariffs. When all of the other people, I won't use names, but when China never paid them 10 cents. They didn't pay us 10 cents. I got hundreds of billions of dollars, and they were fine. I had a good relationship with them. I had a great relationship with President Xi until the China virus hit our shores, in which case that was a bridge too far. But we did a great job on that. Never got the credit for that. We got a credit for the economy, for the military, rebuilt the entire military. Got great credit for not having started wars. Right to try. How about right to try? How good was that, right? Right to try. Kamala has vowed to ban fracking. She will destroy over 90,000 oil and gas jobs in New Mexico. They'll put your state will go back to a level of poverty. New Mexico is going to go back to a level of poverty. Going to wipe out 35% of your state's budget. On day one, I will end Kamala's devastating national gas export ban. Do you believe we have a ban? A lot of people don't know that. I will immediately terminate the Green New Scam. That will be such an honor. The greatest scam in the history of any country. I will cancel her insane electric vehicle mandate. It'll be ended on day one. We'll end that one. And I'll cut your energy prices in half within 12 months from entering office. January 20th, we enter office. Within 12 months, all of your energy bills, your car, your air conditioning, your heating, everything will be 50%, 50. Despite all of the damage she's caused, Kamala has spent the final week of her failing campaign comparing her political opponents to the most evil mass murderers in history. That's what she's doing to me. 2 days ago, Joe Biden called our supporters garbage. You're garbage. He said they're garbage. He called you garbage. He called all of us garbage. We're garbage. I remember the word deplorable. Do you remember the word deplorable? How did that work out, Hillary? Not too good. But they mean it, even though without question my supporters are of far higher quality and I think much smarter than Crooked Joe or Lion Kamala. My response to Joe and Kamala is simple. You can't lead America if you don't love America. You can't do it. You can't be president if you hate the American people, and I think they hate the American people. I'll bet you we're 250 million people we're talking about. I'll bet we're 250 million people. Remember, it's called Make America Great Again. Who's against that? Remember Joe? Remember Joe before he gave up and quit? He quit like a little loser. He quit. I will hand over my presidency. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I will hand over my presidency. No, he quit. He won, and then he walked into his office. You can't win. So she's not going to win either, by the way. That's the beauty. This can only happen to me. I'm the one. I have to fight two people, not one. I have to go. Everyone else they can beat once. So we spent $150 million beating this guy. Never even mentioned her name. Nobody even knew who the hell she was, except she was incompetent. So we fight. And we're beating him. We have the debate. We did well. He didn't do too good. And then his numbers are down. They go in. They take away his presidency. They literally took away his presidency. And now they say it's like going to Dana White. You know Dana White, UFC. And he sees the fight going on and the one guy's getting beaten badly. They say, let's take him out and put somebody else in. You don't do that stuff. But they did it. Not a democracy. You don't do that. And, she was last out of the 13 people. She was last. They started off with 22, actually. She was last. She was the first one to be defeated. She got wrecked. She got killed. She was the first one. She never made it to the great state of Iowa. We love Iowa, too. Never made it to Iowa. She never made it. She was defeated before she was the first one out of 22 people to quit. And she becomes the person I have to run against, right? Just not, I don't care. I think I'm probably happier. They have much more capable people than her. But you know what? What they did was wrong. They went in and they told somebody, you're getting out. We're taking over. And they actually took over the presidency of the United States. Think about it. Kamala Harris is not fit to be president of the United States. She doesn't have the intellect, the stamina, or that special quality that real leaders must have to lead. Brett Favre yesterday, Wisconsin. He's great. He endorsed me. Never did that before. He endorsed me. gave me a strong endorsement. And I was thinking about her. I'm talking about her, and there's Brett Favre sitting there with her hands. He has got hands. I never saw it. He's got fingers like sausages. That's why he could fling that ball 80 yards down the field. And I'm saying, how do you even compare? You're talking about him. He was a leader, the won Super Bowl, and had some of the best quarterback stats ever. But great. I mean, it was such an honor. And I'm thinking about here's a guy who was a leader. He was a leader on the field. He'd be screaming at his guys. They weigh 100 pounds more than him. Although I tell you, he's a big guy. I was surprised. He's tall, but he is a strong sucker. And he comes out, and I'm looking at him, and I'm talking about her in terms of leadership. And I say, can you imagine we're even having them in the same room? It's so ridiculous. Joe Biden's comments were the direct result of Kamala's decision to portray everyone who isn't voting for her, which is a hell of a lot of people, as evil and subhuman. Can you believe that? Evil. And we're evil and subhuman. And we know it's what they believe because look at how they've treated you. They've treated you like garbage. Look on the border. Look at New Mexico. You have the worst problem probably in the whole country. They're flowing in like you're a federal highway. They're flowing into your state at levels that nobody else has to see. For the past 9 years, Kamala and her party have called us racist, bigots, fascists, deplorables, irredeemables, Nazis, and they called me Hitler. I'm Hitler, that's what they say. They've bullied you, they've demeaned you, they've demonized us, they've censored us, deplatformed us, and weaponized the power of our government against their political opponent, me. I've had more investigations than Alphonse Capone. Alphonse Capone would kill a person just by looking. If he didn't like the person, even tough guys like these guys over here, if Alphonse didn't like you, you were gone. And I've had more investigations than Scarface. That's Alphonse Capone. My father would be looking down. He said, how the hell did that happen to my son, my boy, my beautiful boy? How did that happen? How did that happen? I'm pretty sure he'd be looking down. I know my mother would be looking down. My father. He'd be looking down. He was a tough guy, but he was a good guy. He had a big, beautiful heart. They've taken away your money, thrown open your borders to criminals and terrorists, flooded your towns with deadly drugs and death, given your jobs to illegal migrants, and sent our blood and treasure to fight stupid foreign wars in countries that you've never heard of. This Tuesday is your chance to stand up and declare that you're not going to take it anymore. What we've built is the biggest, broadest, most incredible coalition and the greatest political movement in American history. There's never been a movement like this, not even close. We've brought together veterans and union members, soldiers and steelworkers, farmers and auto workers, and patriotic moms and dads of every race, religion, color, and creed. We're welcoming historic numbers of African Americans, Hispanic Americans, Asian Americans, and Arab Americans. Let me tell you, when the numbers come out, you're going to see the worst African American numbers that we've ever seen, because these people that are pouring into our country are taking African American jobs at levels that nobody's ever seen, and they're trying to keep, I know the numbers, they're trying to keep the numbers quiet until after the election. They have 5 more days, but they want to keep them quiet. They should release them right now. African Americans, and to a lesser extent, but a lot, Hispanic Americans are losing their jobs to people that are illegally coming into our country. And we ought to demand it. I demand it of the fake news, but they're useless. These guys are useless. They don't even talk about it. And they know it. And they know it. They know what the numbers are, too. They're taking African-American jobs at a level that nobody can even comprehend. And it's damn unfair. These are American citizens. It's damn unfair. We're uniting Christians and Jews, Catholics and evangelicals, Muslims and Mormons, and everyone who simply wants to do one thing. What do they want to do? Make America great again. That's all they want to do. Our campaign has been endorsed by 400,000 members. Think of this, 400,000 members of the Fraternal Order of Police. by the Border Patrol agents, unanimously, think of it, unanimously, and the strongest endorsement you've ever heard, by the rank and file membership of the Teamsters. That's something no Republican ever had, 62%. They have a great head of the Teamsters, so I will say, Sean O'Brien, he's a great leader of the Teamsters, I will say that. By Elon Musk, a great one. When I watched that rocket come in last week, I said, any guy can do that. I want that endorsement, right? He gave me the... You know where he is right now? He's in Pennsylvania, and what he's doing is campaigning for me because he said it's the most important single decision in American history because we're going to lose our country. We have the endorsement of somebody who's terrific, not easy. He's been, I mean, the family's been slightly Democrat for a long time, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. RFK Jr. He's going to help us on health and the health of women, and men, and children, and he is so good and so into it, and you'll see he's going to do a great job. I may keep him away from the liquid gold. I told him, listen, I love you, I think you're great, but stay away from my liquid gold. We're going to make a lot of money with that. We're going to pay off debt. We're going to lower taxes. We have Tulsi Gabbard, a highly respected person who just turned Republican. And the great astronaut Buzz Aldrin, who never endorsed, just yesterday, he never endorsed anybody in his life, and he endorsed a guy named Donald Trump. Kamala and Joe, call them, all of them also, they're in your group now. She calls them garbage, and he calls them garbage. Oh, you can imagine their conversations. But I call you the heart and soul of America. I call you the people that built our country. You're the people that built our country. We're especially excited to have the support of record numbers of Hispanic Americans and Latinos. And right here in New Mexico, we're going to win a record share of the Hispanic American vote. We're going to win. We're going to get tremendous. So if I did nothing else, at least the Hispanics are going to say, we love this guy, because I've set so many records. You know, we won Miami. We did things like win Miami. We won the entire border along Texas, which is mostly Hispanic. It's 80%, 85%. The governor of Texas, a good guy, Governor Abbott, called. He said, sir, you won the entire border running along Texas, between Texas and Mexico. I said, so why are you surprised? He said, it never happened before. Hispanics want great jobs, rising wages, and safe communities. You don't want vicious gang members getting dumped into your state. And you don't want Kamala teaching your children that they can change their gender anytime they want. And many Hispanics are also Catholics, and Kamala is persecuting Catholics. What's with Catholics? Any Catholic that votes for her should immediately have your head examined. They are persecuting Catholics. And remember this, evangelicals are next, okay? It's very simple. We're with you. What they're doing is unbelievable. They're persecuting Catholics. So, we have a lot of Catholics. Who's Catholic here? Who's Catholic? A lot. That's a lot. We're trying to turn that movement that the government has. We're going to turn it down. We're going to turn that thing down and off. And my first day in office, there will be no more persecutions of Catholics or anybody else. Kamala even suggested that being Catholic disqualifies you from running for office. She's about 75 years out of date. Didn't they have that with Kennedy? They had that with a lot of people. A lot of Catholics were persecuted they couldn't run for office. And now she's going to start that whole thing up again. The woman is a disaster. And ready? I shouldn't say this about an opponent, but I have to. Because you know what? We can't take a chance on her. She's dumb as a rock. She's dumb as a rock. Did you see where her teleprompter went off last week? Two weeks ago, she's like 32. And now the teleprompter freezes. Happens all the time. I have my good teleprompter guy back there. He's excellent, but every once in a while, no matter how good they are, this sucker breaks down. but I haven't been using it too much today, to be honest. Hey, isn't it nice? I always say, isn't it nice to have a president that doesn't need a teleprompter? Right? But her teleprompter broke down 3 weeks ago. Goes, and 32 days, he meant 32 days are left in the campaign. 32. Oh, 32. Did you see this? 32. 32. Oh, and I'm saying, oh, man, I was watching. I said, she's lost it. 32. And then, boom, it kicked back. You know, sometimes it doesn't. If you're going to be a politician, you have to know they have backup. See this? This is a backup. But, you know, if you have to use that backup, you're in big trouble because, oh, it broke. Now you got to find the page. It's not good. You're just better off just wing it, do whatever the hell you have to do. This is backup. All I have to do is figure out what the hell page it's on, you know, little things like that. No, if you're a politician, if you want to run for office, I have a friend, he wanted to, a very smart guy, very successful guy, made a lot of money and all. He saw what I'd done. He wants to run for the Senate. And I say, well, do you have any problems, anything back? No, I have one problem, though. I have like this terrible phobia. I'm afraid to speak in front of people. I said, let me give you a little suggestion. Don't waste your time. Can you imagine that? He had a problem, little phobia about speaking in front of people. That would not be good. So he was actually hoping for small groups instead of large groups. Hey, do we have large groups? Oh, look at this group. If the fake news would show it would be so. They never show it. And you know, we do the videos a little bit for the great crowds, because when we have a good crowd like in New Mexico, that stuff is expensive to put up, right? But when we have a good crowd, we put it up. They never show it. A friend of mine on television loves to watch the rallies. He says, but the one problem is whenever they go for a clip, you saw a clip just now. It was a sad clip. Jocelyn, it was a sad clip. But you saw that. All that camera, see those cameras? They're right at me. All they have to do is go 1 inch to the right and 1 inch up, and they've got it. They say they never play the videos. I didn't know that until he said that. That's terrible. So it's blank. You know what they do? They show me standing here for 2 minutes, right? No, it's very unfortunate. And they don't do that because they don't want the public to really see the facts. It's so easy to do. 1 inch to the right or left and 1 inch up, and they won't do it. And I shame them, and I shame them also about crowd size. I say, show the crowds. How about her? She couldn't get a crowd the other night. She got Beyonce. Beyonce walked out, said something, walked back, didn't sing a song, and they booed both of them the hell out of the area. No, she can only get a crowd if she gets some person to sing. I don't have to sing. I don't have a guitar. If I had a guitar, would I do even better? We'd have even bigger crowds, right? We'd have even bigger crowds. Kamala Harris is a low IQ individual. She's running a campaign of hate, anger, and retribution. She's now talking about what she's going to do on the border, but why didn't she do it before? 4 years almost. Or what she's going to do about inflation. She's talking about, I'm going to do this and that. She doesn't know what she's talking about, by the way. You have a depression of 1929. She said what she's going to do about inflation, but why didn't she do it before? It's almost 4 years. Or what she's going to do to help the economy. But then I ask, why the hell didn't you do it before? She and Crooked Joe head up the worst administration in the history of our country. They've made one man, he's getting up there in age, just celebrated his 100th birthday, but they made him a very happy man because compared to them, his administration looks absolutely brilliant. Jimmy Carter. And in all fairness to Jimmy, he didn't let 21 million people pour into our country, many of them criminals and mentally ill people that should be in hospitals. He didn't do that. 2 nights ago, Kamala made a speech with a paid-for audience. You can always tell when the buses pull up and they're all the same. Actually, it's a good-looking bus company. I think I'm going to use it sometime. But we don't need buses, do we? No, the buses they get these people from someplace, they pay them, and they send them in. Oh, she got a wonderful crowd today. And then you see the people that she's making a speech, they're all looking at their phone, blah, 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 calling their girlfriend, calling their boyfriend. But all she talked about was Donald Trump.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight, I will speak about...
I got to hold on because they're playing a video. They're playing music. So while they're playing the video with the music, I can't show the music in the video because I can have copyright music or copyright video. So we'll send you back to the rally as soon as the video is over. Oh, it might be over right now. It might be over right now already. Hold on. Here it is.
From a fake news network, so you never know. No, that's all she talked about is Donald Trump. Let's talk about the economy. Donald Trump, this woman she suffers from a major case of Trump derangement syndrome. But many Democrats do, and that's because we're winning. We're winning by a lot. Everything Kamala says is a lie. She says that I want to take away Medicare and Social Security. That's a lie. You know that because for 4 years I just made it stronger. She says I want to end Obamacare and take away your health care. That's a lie. It's a lie. If we come up with something better, that'll be great. And everybody wants that because Obamacare sort of sucks. It's too expensive for the people. She talks about Project 2025, which I have absolutely nothing to do with. She says, I know that because of Project. Well, we've denied that. I have no idea what Project 2025 is. I've never read it, and I never will. But they make it sound like it's from me. She says, I want to ban IVF, a total outrageous lie. In fact, I'm going to require insurance companies to pay for IVF. And that was long, and many other things. I'm going to protect your Medicare, your Social Security. We're never ending it. She said we're in it. She never heard me say it. If she ever heard me, let her prove it. She gets up and lies. He's going to end Social Security. No, the nice thing is we can fight back because we have a voice, so we can fight back. We can tell you what's true and what's not true. But Kamala's open borders catastrophe, this is what's going to kill your Social Security. Her open borders will kill Social Security, Medicare, and frankly, will kill our country as a whole. It's going to kill us. According to a recent study, Kamala's plan, giving free health care for illegals, will rob Medicare of over $2 trillion. It will never recover, and I will never let it happen. The reason Kamala's campaign has been reduced, this desperate, pathetic stream of hoaxes and lies, is very simple. She's a liar. The entire world can see she's a total train wreck. And by the way, I looked at her this morning. She had a little news conference. It lasted for like 2 minutes. She's exhausted. You know? She's exhausted. She's a train wreck who is totally unqualified to be the President of the United States of America. There are some people who thrive under pressure, and there are some people who crack under pressure. She's a cracker. And the more pressure Kamala has, the more you see it happening. No, she's cracking. She's a bad person because anybody that lies like that, knowing that it's a lie, just put it out. Just have to tell you because you have to understand it. When you see it, at least this way you know it. You know, a lot of people say, sir, don't go down in the gutter with her. I said, well, how will people know she's lying if I don't say the truth, right? Am I right? She says it. But being a candidate is nothing compared to the pressure of being president itself. Because I've done both. If she can't handle going on The View, where she made a horrible mistake, you know the mistake she made. She can't think of anything she'd do different from Biden. That should cost her 75% of the votes, and the 25 that vote for her, they're not the smartest people in the world. She can't think of anything she'd do essentially different from crooked Joe Biden. Do you know that 325,000 young children were killed or are sex slaves or slaves right now who came through this horrible open border. Think of what that means. Many, many stadiums full of the biggest stadium in many stadiums. 325,000 children are right now dead, never to be seen by their parents again, or sex slaves or slaves. And they're missing, and they'll probably be never seen again. This is not a charity event. This is an election for the biggest and toughest job in history. This is no tougher job than being president. And we get hit from the enemy inside. You know that, right? We get hit by the Adam Schiffs of the world. He's scum, total scum. They made up Russia hoax. They made up all the impeachment hoaxes. They make it up. They're bad people. There's no participation trophy for incompetent candidates. Do you want to lose your life savings because we put a weak and foolish person in the White House? You'll lose it real quick. You'll lose your country. But do you want to lose your job or maybe your house or pension because Kamala has the economic understanding of a child? Did you ever hear her speak? They ask her a question on economic footing, and she's like a child. She says, well, I was born on a house with grass in the front of the house. I was born on a house with grass. She uses that answer all the time. And how about 60 Minutes? 60 Minutes, they interview me all the time. But they go at me, oh, they want to get me, with her, all softballs. And she gives one answer that was so incompetent that you'd have her examined under Article 25, actually. She'd be gone. But it was so bad. What do they do? CBS, they're licensed by the United States government because of fairness. 60 Minutes, right? What did they do? They took her answer. It was a long, horrible answer. I don't like the word salad term, but that's what it was. It was a word, just words all over the place. They didn't mean anything. They took it out in its entirety, didn't leave one word, and replaced it with an answer that she gave in another section of the interview. Nobody's ever seen. I think it's and this is really interference with an election, fraudulent interference with an election. It's never, I can't imagine, and I think they probably did it with a lot of others. They refused to give us the documents. So you know what? If you want me to, I will sue them. Should I? Because they are among the most, see the media? They're among the most dishonest people that we have. They're the biggest, I think they're maybe the biggest problem that the country has. They lie and they cheat. So 60 Minutes, a news magazine, part of the news organization, they took the answer out and replaced it with a different answer. The presidency is a job held by Teddy Roosevelt, Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, Dwight Eisenhower, FDR, you could name them. This is a job that has to be held by somebody with a high level of intelligence. Would you trust Kamala Harris to talk to Russia or China and talk about keeping us out of war? I don't think so. Would you trust her to steer us out of an economic crisis? I don't think so. But nothing is more dangerous than to give immense power to a weak and not very smart person, just not a smart person. We need smart. In fact, I call for it, but I would love to have it. We should have cognitive tests for anybody that runs for president and vice president. Oh, how about that guy she picked for vice president? What a loser. What a loser that one is. I mean, that guy, could you imagine? Well, she picked somebody so bad that there is a certain rule. Make them really bad and they'll never take you out, right? But you wouldn't put Kamala Harris in charge of a kindergarten class. She wouldn't be in charge of a kindergarten class. So at the end of the day, you need to ask yourself, can you afford to put someone this incompetent in charge of our country's future? The answer is no. And she shouldn't be there. She got no votes. She shouldn't be there. On top of it all, Kamala says she would not do one thing differently from Joe Biden. Think of that. And he's the worst president in our history. By definition, what she said is disqualifying. Take a look.
Would you have done something different?
All right, I can't play the videos, so let me just, we're taking a second during the video. By the way, we will have coverage of the Kamala Harris rally. I believe it's going to be right after this, although she's supposed to start pretty soon. So when she starts in Phoenix, we will go to her. But we will have coverage of the Kamala Harris rally in Phoenix right after the Trump rally in Albuquerque. I'm guessing he'll be done speaking soon. But that is coming up next here. I appreciate you joining our coverage. And as soon as that video is done playing, I'll send you back to former President Trump. Hey, thanks to Nay for your support, and Warcry, and Rick D, and Chris G, and Christine Rizzo. I really appreciate that. Oh, thanks Warcry for the gift memberships. I actually missed that. Thank you Gavin House as well, and Unleashed Poke Gamer, and Aleppo Gambit. Thanks for your support. And thanks to all of our moderators too. The video is still playing right now. They're playing a clip from The View. See, I don't own the rights to the clip from The View, so I can't play the video. But as soon as the video is over, I will send you back to the rally and we can hear Trump speak. If we have time, we'll talk about some election stuff between the two rallies. I don't know if we'll have time because that other rally might start right after this one. Thanks also, Rainer P, for your support. Rainer P, thank you. Let's see here. Oh, it's going back to Trump right now. Here we go.
You must get out and vote. You got to get out and vote. So we're thrilled to be joined by a lot of great people, a lot of real patriots. One of them is Mark Wayne Mullen, the senator from Oklahoma. And where's Mark Wayne? Where is Mark Wayne? Do you want to come up? Look, he's standing there. I think he wants to come up. But fast, Mark Wayne. He's a great athlete. He's a great wrestler, a great champion. He's a great champion. He is a great champion.
Guys, I am so proud to be here with my president, our fighter, right? The fighter that's going to fight back against this overreaching Democrat Party that's trying to literally go after all of our freedoms. This guy, I know a little bit about fighting, and when I see a fighter like this, he's a guy that makes me proud, a guy that's going to fight for not only us, but our children, and the children coming after that. Our fighter, the country fighter, the people's fighter, the one that's going to bring down inflation, the one that's going to bring down energy costs, the one that's going to bring back our economy, the one that's going to secure our border. The man that showed great leadership and courage during an assassination attempt. The man that stood up and shook his fist and said, "Fight, fight, fight." Our fighter, my friend, President Donald J. Trump, is going to get our country back on track. God bless you all for being here.
Thank you. Great guy, highly respected gentleman. So I'd like to just ask a couple of people to stand up. Candidate for Senate, where's Nella? Where is Nella? Where is Nella? Where are you? Where are you? Oh, congratulations. I hear you're doing very well, Nella. Go out and vote, Nella. Thank you, darling. Great. Great. Yeah, I heard you're doing great. You really should. She's fantastic. Congress is always looking for good people, and we have somebody that is great. Where's Yvette? Good, Yvette. Thank you, Yvette. A very special guy and a friend of mine, and he knows we did great the last time. Boy, did we do good. That's the one thing we have to watch, and he knows it better than anybody. Steve Pierce. Steve, thank you. Head of the Republican Party. He's the chairman of the Republican Party. Former New Mexico Governor Susana Martinez. Thank you. former Vice President of the Navajo Nation, Myron Lizer. Myron Lizer. Thank you. Thank you, Myron. And a great developer from New York and Florida, all over the country, a friend of mine, one who's very generous. Anytime there's a problem with hurricanes or tornadoes or anything, he's always there and always helping and writing big checks. Mr. Steve Witkoff, he's here someplace. Steve, thank you very much. Thank you, Steve. Thank you. So here are the facts just in closing. Kamala is a radical left Marxist, rated even worse than crazy Bernie Sanders and Pocahontas herself. She destroyed our economy. She was an original creator of Defund the Police, a movement that's so horrible that anybody even thinking about it is not qualified to be president. Kamala vowed to abolish ICE. These are great heroes. These are people that love our country. And they're tough and they're strong, and they got thousands of MS-13 gang members out of here. Nobody else would do it. As California Attorney General, Kamala redefined child sex trafficking, assault with a deadly weapon, and rape of an unconscious person as totally nonviolent crimes. She pledged to confiscate your guns. Would anybody like to give up your gun? And wants a total ban on handgun ownership. She even called for free sex changes for illegal aliens in detention at taxpayer expense. And what else did she do? She lied about working at McDonald's, right? So with your vote this November, we're going to fire Kamala, and we're going to save America. We will cut taxes, end inflation, slash your prices. We're going to get those prices down. Raise your wages and bring thousands of factories back to America and back to New Mexico. We're going to bring them back. We will build American, we will buy American, and we will hire American. I will end the war in Ukraine, which would have never happened if I were president. I will stop the chaos in the Middle East. I will prevent World War III from happening. We've never been so close. We will crush violent crime and give our police the support, protection, resources, and respect that they so dearly deserve. We will strengthen and modernize our military. We will build a missile defense shield over our country, all made in the USA, and a lot of it made in New Mexico. We will rebuild our cities, including our capital in Washington, D.C., making them safe and clean and beautiful again. We will teach our children to love our country, honor our history, and always respect our great American flag. We will get critical race theory and transgender insanity the hell out of our school. And we will keep men out of women's sports. I will defend religious liberty, I will restore free speech, and I will defend the right to keep and bear arms. After years of building up foreign nations, defending foreign borders, and protecting foreign lands, we are finally going to build our country, our nation. We're going to make our nation bigger and better and stronger again. And we will finally protect our citizens the way they're supposed to be protected. We're going to protect our citizens. And we will stop illegal immigration once and for all. We will not be invaded. We will not be occupied. We will not be overrun. We will not be conquered. We will be a free and proud nation once again. Everyone will prosper. Every family will thrive, and every day will be filled with opportunity and hope, and filled with something you don't hear much of anymore, filled with the American dream. We're going to bring back the American dream for your children. But for that to happen, we must defeat Kamala Harris and stop her radical left agenda with a landslide that is too big to rig. You need to get out and vote, New Mexico. For the past 9 years, we have been fighting against the most sinister and corrupt forces on earth. With your vote in this election, you can show them once and for all that this nation does not belong to them. This nation belongs to you. It belongs to you. It was hardworking patriots like you who built this country. And 5 days from now, it is hardworking patriots like you who are going to save our country. After all we have been through together, we stand on the verge of the 4 greatest years in American history. With your help from now until Election Day, 5 days, we will restore America's promise. We will take back the nation that we love. We love our nation so much. We hate to see what's happened to it in the last 4 years. We are one people, one family, and one glorious nation under God. We will never give in. We will never give up. We will never back down. We will never, ever surrender. Together, we will fight, 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 and we will win, win, win. November 5th will be the most important day in the history of our country. We are in a failing nation. We are in a nation in decline. We will not be in a nation in decline for long. It's going to end very soon. We're going to have a thriving, magnificent nation again, more so than it ever has been. We're going to do things that nobody believed, and we're going to have safety in our nation again. We're going to have great safety in our nation. Together we will make America powerful again. We will make America wealthy again. We will make America healthy again. We will make America strong again. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. And we will make America great again. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, New Mexico. God bless you all. God bless you all. Thank you, New Mexico. What a crowd. Thank you.
Okay, so that was former President Trump. He is leaving the stage in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And as you can see in the corner, we are going to have live Kamala Harris from Phoenix is coming up. We already have the video from that. So Trump finishing in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Coming up in a few minutes, Kamala Harris will be speaking, Vice President Harris, from Phoenix, and we have both of them for you. I really appreciate Right Side Broadcasting for letting us use the video from Albuquerque. That was very nice of them. So thank you to Right Side Broadcasting. Also, thank you to Claude, our member. Thank you, Claude, our new member, or Claude, I think. And Just a Second from Holland, who says, in the end, we are all one family, no matter what happens in the world. That is a nice sentiment from Just a Second. Thank you. So we'll watch Trump without the music, without the copyrighted music. We will watch Trump as he makes his way out, and we'll keep an eye on what's going on there in Phoenix, down at the bottom, where we will have that live video for you, full screen, shortly. I really appreciate our moderators for being with us today. We have over on YouTube Roberts May Queen, Beth Mythical, and let's see here, Linda Belk and Larry on X, and over on Twitch, as Trump waves right now, we have moderating Big Ball of Yarn. I got that Fire Surly Devin Tariag. And we have on Facebook our moderators there. Kay Lowry Body, thank you so much, Kay, for moderating over there. I really appreciate it. All of our mods, thank you. Okay, so I think Trump is leaving. Trump is leaving, so let's go to, we are now going to go to, guys, it's time to transition. It's time for us to transition to there. We're transitioning over to Phoenix. All right, let me just do the transition. I need a second here to do all this. All right, so there's this. There's Phoenix. Are we good? Hold on. We need to do something a little more. Okay, that's good. I like this. Transition going fine so far. Let me get rid of this. Fine. Oopsie. So let me do it this way. There's a, hold on. Give me one moment here. There we go. Okay, we're good. Now we don't need this anymore. No, we need that, but we got to fix it. We got to fix that. So this has got to say Phoenix, Arizona now, because we're not in Albuquerque anymore. Phoenix, Arizona. So I'll make the headline coming up, Kamala Harris speaks in Phoenix. Somebody's saying something. Oh, it's a band. It's a band playing. So I can't play the music. So we just saw Trump. We just saw Trump. Now Trump is going to be going next to. Trump has two more. Well, at least two more events. So Trump is going to have an event in Henderson, Nevada, at 6:15 Eastern time, and Harris is having two more rallies after this. She has Reno, Nevada at 8:10 Eastern time, and Las Vegas at 11:45 Eastern time. And hold on a second here. I got to figure out how we're going to do this. We're definitely going to cover this speech. I'm not going to have the... We might take a break, or after this speech, we might do a thing where I eat. And it's possible we'll do like a Middle East stream tonight or something like that. I got to figure it out. But we are covering this. So I appreciate you being with us for our election coverage. Let me just see. I assume they're playing music. Give me 1 second here. Oh, there's no, you know what? There's actually no audio because I think they cut the audio on the Reuters camera before she speaks. Let me do this real quick. Make this a little bigger. A little smaller there. Guys, 5 days before the election. 5 days before the election. This event is at... It says featuring Los Tigres del Norte. Is that a band? Los Tigres del Norte? Let me see here. Los Tigres del Norte, says Wikipedia, is a band from San Jose. They have sold, originally founded in Mexico, they have sold 32 million albums. What's happening now? I think this band is coming out. Now, I cannot play the music. Is this Los Tigres del Norte? Some of you will know who they are. Yeah, Tigers of the North, as Postmodern says. Melody Aceves is a fan. She says they are awesome. They have sold 32 million albums. I'm sorry I can't play the music, but I do not own the rights to the Los Tigres del Norte music. So we'll keep an eye on this. By the way, Janet Burnett, that's so nice of you. Janet Burnett, that's so generous of you. Thank you so much, Janet. Oh, maybe I'll give you guys a little sneak preview of something. Our loyal election coverage viewers. I'm going to give you guys a special sneak preview of something. So, are you ready for our sneak preview? Our special sneak preview. Okay, people are saying yes while we watch the music. Always trying to make the coverage better for you guys. And so this year I have purchased an electoral. It's the rights to using an electoral map and graphics and electoral data. So for the first time, I will announce to you that we will be using, for the election coverage, we will be using the Reuters election map and graphics. Hold on, I was going to put it up on the screen. What did I do here? What did I do wrong? There it is. It's not filled in now. It's pretty empty right now. But that is what we're going to be using. We have the election map with all the states. And if you click on a state, you see all the counties and all the updated totals from the counties. Oh my gosh, look at this, crazy. And then not only is it presidential election, but like the Senate, the House, the governors, this is the Senate results. So this is again, there's no actual results right now, but we got all the states. Look, Sherrod Brown versus Bernie Moreno. We got the counties. We can go and see how much vote is left. How many votes are left to count? Where are the votes? Look at this. Tells you where the remaining votes are. So you can go to a state and you can see with the circles, they show you how many votes are in a specific place. And then they also have this thing for like the House and the Senate races. They have them listed under lean Democrat, solid Democrat, competitive, lean Republican. So you can look at the competitive ones and see how they're going. Oh, it's going to be really helpful. I think it's going to be super helpful for us. And again, it'll look more interesting when there's actually votes coming in. But I am excited to have access to this. I bought it. I paid for it. So you guys are the ones, you support the channel, and you are the ones who allowed me to do this. With the funds from the channel, I purchased the rights to use this. So we will be using this on election night. And, if the election goes on more than one day, if it goes on more than one day, we'll keep using the map until the election is done. So there'll be all kinds of data we can look at here, but the county data is going to be there, and all this stuff. When it fills it in by color, So if it's like a bluer county or a red county, you'll see that on the map. So I think it's going to be good to use. So I hope you join us. I hope you join us with our new Reuters election map, with all the different results. On election night. Okay. So let me take you back over to the footage. But yeah, I'm sorry. People in the chat say they think it looks good. I think it's going to be good. Eliza Jane says the map will be great. No, Integrity Farmer Bob, Wikipedia says the band originated in Mexico. That's what Wikipedia said. Let's see here. Near the Cross is excited that we got this. D-Money likes the map. James Armentrout likes the map. People like the map. The map should be good, and it'll really help us. I really like it has that thing where you go to like a certain state and it tells you, because a lot of times you'll have results from a state, but you'll be like, well, how many votes are left and where are the votes from? So it's really cool on the map that you can like go to a state like, hey, look, Nevada. You can go to vote count status, how many votes are left to count, and you click on it and look at that. See, it tells you. See, most of the votes are in Clark County. So see how it says around almost 1 million votes left to count. Then Washoe is the second biggest. So that's going to be really helpful when you have partial results and you look at it and you say, okay, where are the outstanding votes from? And the size of the circle tells you where the votes are from. That's going to be neat. So I'm excited for that. And again, we'll be covering the House races. We'll be covering the Senate races. There's Arizona, so you have Maricopa County, 2.3 million votes remaining. Pima County, 583, and then Pinal County. I don't know. I know, but I'm probably pronouncing some of these wrong, but it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be fun. So I am looking forward to using that for the race. How do you pronounce it? Let's see here. Pinal County? Let's see. According to Wikipedia, it's pronounced, doesn't even have a pronunciation on Wikipedia. Pinal County? Have to ask somebody from Arizona. Pinal County? One viewer says Pinal, another viewer says Pinal. The viewers, if it's Spanish, it would be Pinal, right? Spanish would be Pinal. Pinal? Pinal. Let's guess with Pinal. All right. Anyways, I'll figure it out before the election. Anyways, that's going to be fun. So there you go. You got the sneak peek. You guys got the early peek. That's the first time I've announced that on the air, that we're going to be using the Reuters election map and results. And I'm excited to use it. Asia Sims is excited. Smitty Smith says it's Pinal. I worked near the Mammoth St. Anthony mine in Tiger, Pinal County, Arizona for several years. The band playing right now at the Harris event is Los Tigres del Norte. It says they were originally founded in the municipality of Mocorito, Sinaloa, Mexico. It lists there, but it also says they're a band from San Jose. Oh, so this band has been around for a long time. Okay, so let me just clarify this. According to Wikipedia, the band was formed in Mexico, and then they moved to San Jose in the late 1960s. And so this band has been around since the 1960s with numerous members. It looks like. Yes, there are a number of members. Some of them have been in the band a long time, but most of their years they have been based in San Jose, California. But they originated in Mexico. You can look them up on Wikipedia if you want. Okay, interesting. Oh, thanks so much to Rick D for the gift memberships and your support. That's really nice of you, Rick D. So supportive. Thank you, Rick D. Oh, I was going to try to tell you where this rally was. It's at the Talking Stick Resort Amphitheater. That's where this is, according to Fox 10. The Talking Stick Resort Amphitheater. Is that right? Is that the right one? Did I get that right? Yes, it is in Phoenix. Talking Stick Resort Amphitheater is in Phoenix, and it seats 8,000 under a roof and additional 12,000 on a hillside. The naming rights sponsor is Talking Stick Resort, says Wikipedia. Hey, thanks to Brian Ward for your support. I really appreciate it. Brian Ward. Thank you. Oh, hold on a second. I forgot to thank some people. Oh my gosh. I forgot to thank people on Twitch. I have been bad today about this. I forgot. Sweetums, thank you for your support on Twitch. Jane and Wheezy, thanks so much on Twitch. Relilich, thank you on Twitch. Thanks again, Sweetums. Also, our subscriber Torques the Truck. See, I forgot a couple people on Twitch before. My bad. Sweetums, Torques the Truck, Psyops, thanks for the bits on Twitch. And, okay, I think I'm caught up now on Twitch. Thank you. Sorry, I fell behind thanking people on Twitch. That was my fault. Thank you also, Ryan Bond. Ryan says, now Ryan is saying something different. Ryan says it's pronounced Pinal. Well, you know what? There might be an English pronunciation and Spanish pronunciation. In Spanish, that spelling would be Pinal. P-I-N-A-L. The Spanish pronunciation would be Pinal. But Ryan says it's Pinal. But again, I don't know if there's like the Americanized pronunciation and the Spanish pronunciation. It's the county name, P-I-N-A-L. So we've had different different viewers saying different things. Thank you, Ryan Bond. And DJ Dungeon Master for the gift memberships. Thank you, DJ Dungeon Master. So nice of you. Chunk, our viewer on Twitch, Chunk CCAA says the Spanish pronunciation is right. I just watched a county video, a little faster spoken maybe. Thank you, Andrew, for your support as well. Thanks so much, Andrew. I appreciate that. So when Los Tigres del Norte are done playing, we're going to hear from Kamala Harris. So Arizona is one of the swing states. 7 swing states. Arizona, Nevada, North Carolina, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Georgia. That is where the election is expected to be decided, in those 7 states. So most of the appearances by the candidates in the last couple weeks are going to be and have been in the battleground states. Although, as I mentioned, Trump just appeared in New Mexico. Trump is appearing in now he's also appearing today in Nevada. But he just did a New Mexico one, and he's doing a Virginia one this week as well. No, I should do a poll today. I'll do a poll in a second. I haven't done one. Yeah, Harris did an appearance, I think, earlier today. She might have done more than one appearance. So I haven't been covering every appearance today. Let's see. We'll ask a poll question. I got to think of the one to ask you. Oh, I have a candidate. I have one. I have a question for you. Ready? Will one candidate sweep all 7 battleground states? That's a good question. Will one candidate sweep all 7 battleground states? I'm going to ask you that right now in the chat. Yes or no? And we'll see what you guys have to say about it. Hunter says, will the election be close? I mean, the polling is close. You know, if the polling is off 2 or 3% either way, then the electoral vote might not be as close. But who knows? Oh, are they talking? Are they talking? Hold on.
But that's not enough. Make sure your friends, family, co-workers, and anyone you know has a plan to vote by November 5th. So that we make our voices heard in this election. Anima a todos a votar. Cuando votamos, ganamos.
Vamos a seguir celebrando.
Okay, they said when we vote, we win. And then they said we're going to continue. Hey, that was Los Tigres del Norte. Hold on, I need to do one thing real quick. Give me 1 second here. Give me 1 sec. All right, let me see what you guys said in the poll. Hang on one moment. We're going to see what you guys said in the poll. So I asked, will one of the 2 candidates sweep all 7 battleground states? And 37% of you said yes on YouTube and 64% say no. I didn't ask you which candidate. I just said, will one of them? And then over there on Twitch, let's see what Twitch has to say. Cuando votamos, ganamos, they said. On Twitch, it's 25% yes, 75% no. Sorry I can't play the music, but I don't have the rights to it. So most of you, I mean, I think that's it'd be surprising if someone swept the battleground states, but it's certainly not impossible. I mean, the polling is so close. You know, if the polling is off a few percent either way, then somebody definitely could sweep the battleground states. All right, we're going to take a few more comments. I'm going to take some more comments from you guys while I have the chance here before Harris speaks. Pre-breakfast banana says, it's wild, the winner-take-all thing we do here with the states. It doesn't seem right. What pre-breakfast banana is pointing out is in the U.S., if you win a state, you get all the electoral votes. Even if you win the state by 1 vote, you get all the electoral votes. Mr. Cole says anything is possible. Oh, some people are dancing. We have people dancing. There are people dancing. All right, I'm going to wrap up the poll, by the way. I appreciate you voting in the poll. There are people dancing. Oopsie, I just removed something I didn't want to remove. I don't know what I just removed. What was it? I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it right now. There are people dancing. Where is the... So confused. Oh, there it is. Camus is very happy that Camus does not live in a swing state. Thank you so much, Camus, for your support. I very much appreciate that. Thank you. We got some dancing going on. The band on stage is Los Tigres del Norte, a band out of San Jose. They have sold 32 million albums. They've been around since the 1960s. Oh, I should read a little of something. Hold on. What is this here? Let's talk a little bit about Arizona. The Washington Post had an article about battleground states. I want to mention Arizona for a second. We're there. Oh, I think they're finishing up. They're finishing up. Hey, thanks to Mystical for your support. Thanks, Texan American. Yes, that is true, Texan American, that Maine and Nebraska are not winner-take-all. That's true. Yes. As Texan American points out, Maine and Nebraska are the two states where it's not winner-take-all. Well, it's winner-take-all within, it's done by, it's not winner of the state take all, but then if you win, it's congressional districts, I think, in both of those. So like in Nebraska, isn't it each congressional district gets an electoral vote? And then in Maine as well. And then you get one for the whole state. I have to look it up. Yes. Both the Maine and Nebraska give 2 electoral votes to the state winner, and then 1 electoral vote for each district to the winner in each district. Yes. Thank you so much, everybody who is watching our coverage. If you missed it, we showed you the Trump rally from Albuquerque, New Mexico earlier. You can rewind and watch that. And we are about to see Kamala Harris speaking from Phoenix. Oh, thank you, Brian Ward. Yeah, Brian, I already mentioned, thank you, Brian Ward, I appreciate that. As I mentioned earlier in the stream, and I posted on my X account, Barak Ravid of Axios is reporting that Israeli intelligence says Iran is preparing to launch an attack on Israel from Iraq. from proxies in Iraq in the coming days, possibly before the election, involving a number of missiles and drones. Is that true that they're going to do that? I don't know, but certainly something we are keeping an eye on. I'll be keeping an eye on. Up, they're taking down the band stuff. I think she's speaking next. We get to see some behind the scenes today. Kamala Harris just posted tonight that she posted about her rally in Las Vegas. Special guest Mana. Special guest Mana. I don't know who Mana is. Looks like they're a band. Mana is a band. It's a Mexican pop band. They are performing at the Las Vegas rally in Las Vegas, Nevada. I was looking up some data for Phoenix. I got the U.S. Census site. Why is it not telling it to me? It's a little confusing. Demographics. According to Wikipedia, in 2020, I'm asking because it's interesting that she had the Mexican, well, the band that was from Mexico originally playing this rally, and has a band, Mana, a Mexican rock band, playing tonight. So it seems like, and then it seems like both candidates might be looking for some Latino votes. Just kind of seems from the rally choices today. But if you look, like it says over there on Wikipedia, that as of 2020, 42.6% of Phoenix was Hispanic or Latino, and 42.2% white. So as of 2020, Hispanic or Latino was the biggest demographic group in Phoenix. And then Las Vegas, according to Wikipedia, is in 2020, 40% white, 33% Hispanic or Latino. And then Albuquerque, where Trump was, according to Wikipedia, as of 2020, the biggest demographic group was Hispanic or Latino in Albuquerque, 47.69%. Five days until the election. I assume they're playing music or what? Hold on. Yeah, they are playing music. The music is playing. So I can't play the audio yet. Cynthia Moon is modding also. Thanks to Cynthia. In addition to our other moderators I thanked. Hey, shout out also to our Twitch subscribers. Yeah, I'm sorry. Geek says, where's your costume? I did not wear a costume today. I'm sorry. Thanks to our Twitch subscribers like Tegrity Farmer Bob and Wall Street and Shaggy. Timido, thanks for your support on Twitch. Thanks, Trace, for subscribing on Twitch. Aaron Weirdo, thanks for subscribing. And Timido1. Drencrow. Drencrow says Kamala's roadies. There were roadie-looking people out there with the band. Probably the band's roadies, although I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it's the Harris team roadies. Thanks to all of our other Twitch subscribers, Ellie Bourne, Yaunas. Thank you. Also our Facebook subscribers like Eve Richards and Beth Shepard. Beth is also modding on Facebook, and Margaret Riley is modding on Facebook along with Kayla Aribadi. Thank you. Thanks for Margaret and Beth for being subscribers. Robert Rial II. Leanne Ticknor. Thanks for being a subscriber, and Kay as well. Thanks, Ruth Krafasi moderating on YouTube, RJ, Beth Mythical, Cynthia Moon. Again, shout out to our mods on Twitch, Big Ball of Yarn, Good Luck Duck, I Got That Fire, Surly Devin, Tariag, and Linda Belk and Larry on X. If you missed the Trump rally earlier, we can go back and rewind the broadcast, and you can see our coverage of the rally in Albuquerque. Don't forget there'll be a number of key Senate and House races, too, on Election Day that we'll be following. Are they handing out signs? I think both campaigns do that. I think that's pretty common for both campaigns to hand out signs. You know, I don't think people are at home printing those signs, but I've seen it at rallies on both sides. Excessive Fours is here. Thank you for watching. Is she saying anything? Hold on. No, she's not talking. She's positioning. There's a binder she's positioning there. She was moving the microphone a little bit. She's checking the teleprompters, I believe. Looks like security is there. I kind of like seeing the behind the scenes beforehand. Christopher Black says that's all part of the election campaign spending. Oh, thank you so much to DJ Dungeon Master, who mentioned Polymarket, predict it. Now, I think Polymarket, in Polymarket, it's not legal to bet on it in the U.S., but that's just we've talked about this on previous streams. I believe that's the case, but don't hold me to it. But it is a betting site where people bet. Polymarket people bet on a lot of different things, but they bet on politics. That's one thing they bet on. I think predicted is not, you're not allowed to do it in the U.S. either. I'm not an expert on it, though, so don't. I am saying this right now. That's my understanding, but I could be wrong. All right, it looks like she's about to come out, guys. It looks like she is about to come out. It has that look, doesn't it? Appreciate you being with us. We will certainly have more campaign coverage in the days before the election. It's kind of interesting to see the candidates do these multiple rallies because you get to see them, you know, there's going to be similar things in their speeches in the different ones. Not all the same, but a bunch of it. So it's interesting to see that. Yeah, it's a bigger venue. You're only seeing the people behind her. This venue, I don't know how many people are there. The venue from Wikipedia holds 8,000 under a roof and about 12,000 on a hill outside. It's an amphitheater in Phoenix. Thanks, Lilu from Sweden. That's so nice of you. Thank you, Lilu, for your support. I appreciate that. Thanks. Well, also, we know there's some people, we saw some people in the front and dancing in the front earlier. Now, their hats say, I can't see what the hats say. They're wearing these orange hats. What does it say? It's hard. The camera zoomed in, so it's probably hard to keep it kind of steady there. Harris Waltz. Harris Waltz. Okay. Up, somebody's speaking. Hang on a second. Hold on. Let me get the volume up. Volume for you. Oh, hold on. Hold on.
Hola, Arizona! It is good to see you all. Good to see everyone. What a great concert. I had flashbacks to Saturday morning and the smell of pine sol, and my mom told me, wake up and start cleaning. If you're Latino, you know what I'm talking about, right? Look, in the last week, I've been crisscrossing this state, Payson, Prescott, Yuma, San Luis, and let me tell you, Arizonans are ready to make their voices heard. For those who don't know me, I'm Ruben Gallego. I'm a dad, a husband, the son of immigrants, a congressman, and a proud Marine, but even prouder Arizonan. And hopefully in just 5 days, your next United States Senator and the first Latino senator in the history of Arizona. For 22 months, I've traveled this state, and I've gone everywhere, and I talked to everyone, because I'm running to represent all of Arizona, Republicans, Democrats, and independents alike. Yo voy a ser un senador por todo el estado, because here's what I know, and here's what I've learned, that we all have so much in common. We all want to defend our freedoms, including the right to an abortion. We want to take care of our seniors and our veterans, and to give our kids the best possible future. Todos queremos un futuro bueno para nuestros niños. This is what this campaign is about, and that is why I'm running to represent you. I first ran for office 15 years ago, and I've been fighting for Arizonans ever since, in the State House, then in Congress. But before that,
I signed the dotted line at the age of 20 and joined the United States Marine Corps. There's always some Marines in the crowd, right? I wanted to serve the greatest country in the world, the country that gave me a shot at the American dream, that gave my whole family a chance to truly live and thrive. Because only in America can a kid who slept on the floor and only got a bed when I got to my first college dorm room bed, can someone like that run to represent this state in the Senate. Only in America can 4 children raised by an immigrant single mom on a secretary's salary grow up to become teachers, a doctor, a businesswoman, and soon to be a senator. Only in America. Y solamente en América puede un niño de una familia inmigrante y pobre que tuvo que trabajar en cada trabajo posible, en la construcción, en las cocinas, en las factorías de carne. Puedo llegar a esta situación en que estoy aquí, ojalá en 5 días ser su senador. That is why I'm running. This is why I'm running, because every kid in Arizona deserves the same chance to make it that I had. They all deserve that chance, la oportunidad. So for my daughter, Isla, who deserves the same rights that her grandmother had, let's fight. For moms like mine, who fought just to survive another day, for her kids to make it into the future, let's fight. For my son, Michael, who deserves the brightest future I can get him, let's fight. Por todas nuestras familias, vamos a luchar. So Arizona, we have a few more days to go. So get in the fight. Make your voices heard. My wife, Sydney, and I proudly voted just a few days ago. That feeling of taking action to build a better future for my kids, for your kids, it does not get any better than that. 5 days, Arizona. It's time to get the job done. Arizonans are already voting, but we need to push a little more, work a little harder, and run through that finish line. So here's what we're going to do. Vote. And vote now. Drop off your ballot or vote in person. And then go tell your friends, your family, and your neighbors to do the same. And then when you're done, go knock some more doors. Make some calls, whatever it takes. Pero el tiempo de votar es hoy. Entrega tu boleta o haz un plan para votar el 5 de noviembre. Because if we do that together, if we fight together, we can, number 1, defeat Kari Lake. Number 2, defeat Donald Trump. Number 3, fight for a better future. Because we are fighting to protect our democracy, our freedoms, and our future. And the only way forward is to elect Kamala Harris as our next president and Tim Walz as our next vice president. And cast that vote now. Arizona, juntos vamos a ganar. Gracias.
All right, that was Representative Ruben Gallego, who is running for the Senate seat, the U.S. Senate seat, against Kari Lake in Arizona. Maybe Kamala Harris will be speaking next. We'll see. We'll have to see. Oh, is she coming out? Let's see. Is she coming out now? Hold on.
Please welcome the Vice President of the United States, Kamala Harris.
Here it is. All right. So here comes Kamala Harris. I cannot play the Beyonce song, but there she is. We will hear her speak now. So let's hear what she has to say. Speaking live in Phoenix. I got to fix the headline. As soon as the music stops, I will play her. I will put the audio on. Thank you for being with us. Here we go. Oh, they're still playing the music. They're still playing the music. The music is still playing.
Okay, we have work to do. Thank you. Thank you. Can we hear it for Ruben Gallego? And I've known Ruben a long time, and of course Arizona knows him so well. He is a veteran of the Marine Corps, a proven leader, a champion for all of Arizona, and please send him to the United States Senate. So it's so good to be back in Arizona and Phoenix. Are we ready to do this? Are we ready to vote? Are we ready to win? Oh, it's good to be back and to be with so many incredible leaders. I love you back. I want to thank Governor Hobbs, Senator Kelly, Gabby Giffords, Mayors Gallego, Romero, and Giles, Ambassador Jeff Flake. I am so grateful to all of you for your support. And to all the tribal leaders, the elected leaders, community leaders here today, I thank you. And let's hear it again for Los Tigres del Norte. Okay, work to do. So, Arizona tomorrow, Friday, November 1st. By the way, happy Halloween. So tomorrow, Friday, November 1st, is the last day to vote early in person. And if you are voting by mail and still have your ballot, please take it to any drop box in your county or any voting location by 7 p.m. on Tuesday, November 5th. And you can go to iwillvote.com to get all the information you need. And to all the leaders here, please help spread the word on that. Okay? And we need you to vote, Arizona, because we have 5 days left. 5 days left in one of the most consequential elections of our lifetime, and we have work to do. But we like hard work. Hard work is good work. Hard work is joyful work. And make no mistake, we will win. We will win. We will win. We will win. And we will win because we know that it's very clear to all of us here, when you know what you stand for, you know what to fight for. And we love our country. And we love our country. And we know in this election, we have an opportunity to turn the page on a decade of Donald Trump trying to keep us divided and afraid of each other. We're done with that. We're exhausted with that. And we know that's who he is, but Phoenix, that is not who we are. That is not who we are. And it is time for a new generation of leadership in America. And I am ready to offer that leadership as the next President of the United States. In Arizona, many of you know me. I'm not afraid of tough fights. For decades, I was a prosecutor. I was the top law enforcement officer of the biggest state in our country, and I have won fights. I won fights against the big banks that ripped off homeowners, against for-profit colleges that scammed veterans and students, against predators who abused women and children. And we are fighting for democracy. That's all right. That's all right. Democracy can be complicated, but we believe in democracy and the right of everyone to have their voices heard. It's all right. And I have fought for many who have harmed other human beings. I have fought against the cartels that trafficked in guns, drugs, and human beings. And it is my pledge to you that if you give me the chance to fight on your behalf as president, there is nothing in the world that will stand in my way. And look, we all know who Donald Trump is. This is not, because here's the thing we all know. He is not someone who is thinking about how to make your life better. This is someone who is unstable, obsessed with revenge, consumed with grievance, and out for unchecked power. And in less than 90 days, it will either be him or me in the Oval Office. Yes, we're going to get this done. And I thank you, and here's the thing, because we're really clear and we can all picture it. We can picture the Oval Office, right? And if he is elected, on day one, Donald Trump would walk into that office with an enemies list. On day one, when I am elected, I will walk in with a to-do list. And on top of my list is bringing down, sí se puede, sí. Sí se puede. Yes. And on top of my list, in that spirit, is bringing down your cost of living. It's an issue that we need to address, and it will be my focus every single day as president. I will give a middle-class tax cut to over 100 million Americans. I will enact the first ever federal ban on corporate price gouging on groceries. I will fight to make sure that hard-working Americans can actually afford a place to live. And if you are caring for an elderly parent, look, I took care of my mother when she was sick. If you are taking care of an elderly parent, I understand what you are experiencing, and my plan will cover the cost of care under Medicare for the seniors in your life who need help and support. Because so much of my plan for me is about the dignity that all people deserve, which is why my plan includes lowering the cost of child care, cutting taxes for small businesses, and lowering health care costs. Do we have small businesses in the house? I will focus on health care because this is where I come from. I believe access to health care should be a right and not just a privilege of those who can afford it. On the other hand, Donald Trump's answer to the, hey guys, you know what? Here's the thing. Let's talk for a moment about Gaza. We all want this war to end and get the hostages out, and I will work on it full time when I am elected president, as I've been. I have yours. So there's a contrast in this election on so many issues, including our plans for America's economy. Donald Trump's answer to the financial pressures you face is the same as the last time. Another $1 trillion in tax cuts for billionaires and the biggest corporations, and this time he will pay for it. And this time, his plan is a 20% national sales tax on everything you buy that is imported. Clothes, food, toys, cell phones. A Trump sales tax, according to The Economist, would cost the average American family an additional $4,000 a year. And on top of that, Donald Trump still wants to get rid of the Affordable Care Act, also known as Obamacare, and he has a powerful friend in Congress, the Speaker of the House, who recently said, if Trump wins, there will be, quote, no Obamacare, which would understand the meaning of that. It would throw millions of Americans off of their health insurance and take us back to the time which we remember when insurance companies could deny people with pre-existing conditions. Well, we are not going back. We are not going back. We're not going back. We are not going back. We're not going back. And we are not going back because ours is a fight for the future, and it is a fight for freedom. Like the fundamental freedom of a woman to make decisions about her own body and not have her government tell her what to do. And remember how we got here. Donald Trump hand-selected 3 members of the United States Supreme Court with the intention that they would undo the protections of Roe v. Wade, and they did as he intended. And now, in America, 1 in 3 women lives in a state with a Trump abortion ban, many with no exceptions, even for rape and incest, which is immoral. And Donald Trump's not done. Did everyone hear what he just said yesterday? That he will do what he wants, quote, and here's where I'm going to quote, whether the women like it or not. And we must vote because this is the thing. You know, there's a saying that you got to listen to people when they tell you who you are, who they are. And this is not the first time he has told us who he is. He does not believe women should have the agency and authority to make decisions about their own bodies. This is the same man who said women should be punished for their choices. He simply does not respect the freedom of women or the intelligence of women to know what's in their own best interest and make decisions accordingly. But we trust women. We trust women. Which is why, yes, we will vote, because we also understand if he was elected, he has been pretty clear in his behavior and his deeds. He will ban abortion nationwide. He will restrict access to birth control, put IVF treatments at risk, and force states to monitor women's pregnancies. And you don't have to take my word for it. Just Google Project 2025. Read the plans for yourself. And I think everyone here knows that we can agree one does not have to abandon their faith or deeply held beliefs to agree the government shouldn't be telling her what to do. Not the government. Not the government. So, Arizona, to protect your right to make your own health care decisions, I would recommend you vote yes on Proposition 139. And make sure you vote up and down the ballot to truly protect that right. And it is my pledge to you, when Congress passes a bill to restore reproductive freedom, as President of the United States, I will proudly sign it into law. Proudly. So, Arizona, I'm here to ask for your vote. Which I would be so honored to have. And here is my pledge to you. As President, I pledge to you to seek common ground and common sense solutions to the challenges you face. I will tell you, I am not looking to score political points. I am looking to make progress. I pledge to you to listen to experts, to listen to those who will be impacted by the decisions I make. And I pledge to you to listen to people who disagree with me. And unlike Donald Trump, I don't believe that people who disagree with me are the enemy. He wants to put them in jail. I'll give them a seat at the table. Because that's how a democracy works. And that's how real leaders work. And I pledge to you to always put country above party and above self, and to be a president for all Americans. That is my sincere pledge to you. And so, Phoenix, with 5 days left in this campaign, my opponent is also making his closing argument to America. And you've probably seen a bit of it. It is an argument that is full of hate and division. He insults Latinos, scapegoats immigrants, and it's not just what he says, it's what he will do. If elected, you can be sure he will bring back family separation policies. Only on a much greater scale than last time. And it is time then to turn the page on Donald Trump. We are done with that. So 5 days out, and it all comes down to this. We are here together, and you all have taken time out of all the demands on your life and your busy schedules. You have taken the time to be here because I know we all love our country. We love our country. We love our country. And when you love something, you fight for it. You fight for it. Yeah. Yes. And with that spirit, and with this spirit, we know that one of the highest forms of patriotism, the love that we have for our country, is to then fight for its ideals. And to fight to realize the promise of America. That's what this is about. And I have always believed in our nation's promise because I have lived it. I grew up as a child of the Civil Rights Movement. My parents would take me to marches when I was in a stroller. And people during that time would come together from every walk of life, together from every background, every race. and come together to fight for freedom and opportunity. Growing up, when I was growing up, I saw how hard my mother worked to give her 2 daughters the same chances our country gave her. And I was blessed to have family by blood and to have family by love, who instilled in me the values of community and compassion and faith. I've spent my life fighting for people who have been hurt and counted out, but never stopped believing that anything in our country is possible. I have lived the promise of America, and today I see the promise of America in everyone here, in all of you. I see the promise of America in the women who refuse to accept a future without reproductive freedom, and the men who support them, in the fathers and mothers who work hard every day for their children's future, in Republicans who have never voted for a Democrat before but put the Constitution of the United States before party. And I see the promise of America in all the young leaders who are voting for the first time. Where are you? Let me see you. And I love this generation of leaders. You are you guys are rightly impatient for change. And you are determined to live free from gun violence, to tackle the climate crisis, to shape the world you inherit. And for our young leaders, here's the thing, none of this is theoretical for them. It's not political. For you all, it is your lived experience. And I see you, and I see your incredible power, and I am so proud of you. So can we hear it for the first-time voters who are here? Although, why aren't you guys in class? It's okay. So, Arizona, we have 5 days to get this done, and no one can sit on the sidelines. Let's spend the next 5 days so that when we look back on these 5 days, we'll know we did everything we could. So let's knock on doors, let's text and call voters, let's reach out to family and friends and neighbors and coworkers and classmates. And as we do, here's my request. Let us please be intentional about building community. Let us be intentional about building coalitions. You know, there's been so much about these last several years that is making people feel alone, making people point their fingers at each other as though we're not all in this together. So let's approach this with the spirit that is about bringing folks back together and reminding everyone the vast majority of us have so much more in common than what separates us. So let's approach it that way. Let's approach it that way. We will be the stronger for it. And always remember, your vote is your voice, and your voice is your power. So, Arizona, today I ask you, are you ready to make your voices heard? Do we believe in freedom? Do we believe in opportunity? Do we believe in the promise of America? And are we ready to fight for it? And when we fight, we win. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.
All right, that was Kamala Harris and the Vice President speaking in Phoenix, Arizona. 5 days left until the election, guys. 5 days left. If you missed it, we saw Trump speak earlier in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Vice President Harris is greeting some people now. You can see security over there. So 5 days left. And I just saw that LeBron James, who has a very big social media following, he just tweeted out an endorsement of Kamala Harris on his X account, where he has 53 million followers. So that just happened about 10 minutes ago. Oh, and he also posted his endorsement on Instagram, where he has 159 million followers. So, anyways, just mentioning that happened about 10 minutes ago. So I'm going to take a few comments right now. I appreciate you guys joining us for our coverage. Thanks, by the way, also Camu for your support, and Eldo, our new member. Thank you. And also thanks over there on Twitch to Beautiful Profanity for subscribing. So we will see what happens. The polls are close. We'll just have to see what happens. Ralph Stallworth says half of the country is going to be very upset when all the votes are counted. Tara Ann says, has there ever been a race so close it took weeks to announce who won? I don't know about all of the presidential races. And I mean, there have been elections where they actually went to the, and I think it was 1800 and 1824, nobody won a majority of electoral votes, and then it went to the House of Representatives. But that's a little different. So look, we could have a situation. There are certain states where, if it's really close in a couple states and they have to count mail-in votes, and then there's like legal proceedings and stuff. I mean, it took a while. How long did it take in, what was it? The Bush-Gore race. How long did that take to figure out? So I don't know what the longest time it's ever been for a race in the modern era. Bush versus Gore, the ruling was on December 12th, 2000 that settled a recount dispute. That was the Supreme Court ruling. Hold on. And it said, I don't even remember. I'd have to research this. But Bush versus Gore, the Supreme Court ruling, argued a recount should be stopped. Yeah, I believe that basically ended the counting. But that was December 12th, 2000, for whatever that's worth. But I am not a presidential historian expert. But it could take a while. I mean, there could be a number of battleground states where, for example, there's some states where they're not, I don't believe they're allowed to process and start counting the votes, like mail-in votes, until the election day, until after the polls close. Also, I think maybe in some states, the mail votes, as long as they're postmarked by election day, count, so they can come in several days later. So without getting into all the specifics of this, there's a decent chance we won't know on the first night who the winner is. We'll just have to wait and see. We'll talk more about that in the coming days. There's the venue there. Matt Machine says, if it comes down to Pennsylvania, it'll take a few days, takes forever to count those votes. I know in Pennsylvania, I believe that's a state where I believe it takes a while there because the legislature there has they've said you can't start counting the votes earlier. By the way, let me just real quick change the headline here. Trump and Harris doing multiple rallies 5 days before election. Oops. Hang on. Jersey, Texas says, I love election night and I'm getting all my snacks ready and also staying up too late. Blue Lotus says, freezer is filled with nuggets. In a few minutes, I have to eat in a few minutes. What I think of, by the way, thanks to Jason Carlton for your support. I appreciate it, Jason Carlton, and also DJ. Thanks, DJ, for your support. Hopefully I answer your question, DJ, with what I just said. I think what I'm going to do is, maybe end this stream and eat. We might do some Middle East coverage tonight. But I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to end the stream and eat, and then maybe do a stream after I eat. I'm not guaranteeing a stream after I eat, but it's very possible we'll do a stream after I eat. But I need to eat. So I think that might be the call. I think that might be the thing to do. Paul Tissue thinks there's so far been no big October surprise so far. I mean, there's been various events in the last month or so. But there's been so many events. I mean, look, it was a big surprise that Biden had that debate and he pulled out of the race. And there was Trump got shot at a rally. And, we could go on and on. So there's been different things. But, we have the Biden quote from a couple days ago. But nothing... there's been so many things, but nothing like in the last couple weeks that's been well, that's the one big thing. I agree with you there. But who knows? It's a close race. Something that changes a few votes could have a huge impact. Guys, please, you can stop posting about... so this stream is not about the Middle East. If you have news tips about the Middle East, you can send them to me on X at Lookner. The drone alerts and the rocket alerts, we do cover them when we're on the air covering the Middle East. Of course, it's important for people in the region. Those things happen all day. They've been happening for a year. So I'm not going to cut into this stream to report on a drone alert or a rocket alert. But I'll keep an eye on what's going on in the Middle East. We may have Middle East coverage tonight. But please, I would avoid putting that in the chat because, again, people in the chat are trying to talk about this topic. You can always send me stuff on X at Lookner. I appreciate your understanding with that. Oh, and thank you so much, Purple Oryx, for your support. I appreciate it. It says, excited for the map on Tuesday. Yes, as I mentioned before, we will have the election map on Tuesday. As I announced earlier, we will be using the Reuters election map, which I have purchased the rights to. I'm very excited about it. It'll be filled in with different votes. You can click on the states. You can look at the counties and see how the vote is going by county. Look at this. You go to the different counties and different states. You can see how many votes are remaining and what counties have the most votes remaining. And then we got, we're going to have House results, Senate results, presidential results. They have this graph here, this chart of like the competitive races, lean Democrat, lean Republican. Very excited to be able to have that electoral map for you coming up on election night, and if we do coverage after election night. So that's going to be it's good to have. By the way, sorry, I know Kamala Harris is not speaking in Phoenix right now. She already spoke. Anyways. Oh yeah, well it has the electoral vote count. We got all that. So it'll be all colored in. Hold on a second here. Andreas says Europe holds its breath, Trump or Harris. Jazzy Renee says the map looks really cool. Yeah, I think it's going to be great to have. I'm really excited about it. All right, so guys, we covered it. We covered one Trump rally and one Harris rally. All right. I think I'm going to wrap up this live stream right now, and I'm going to eat, and we may do another stream tonight. But I really appreciate you guys being here for the coverage. Sorry, I wasn't sure how long we'd go when we started the stream, but I think it's the right time now. I think it's good timing right now to do it. Oh, thank you to HomeAwares so much for the gift memberships. I really appreciate that, HomeAwares. Thank you. So let's do that, and we might have a stream and a little later on. Okay. As we wrap up, we'll do one more poll. Babalu wants us to do a poll. Have you voted yet? For U.S. voters, have you voted yet or not? So we'll do one last poll while I'm wrapping up the stream, because I know people always like polls. The people always asking me to do more polls. So give me a second. I need to rearrange everything here. Let's do that real quick, and I'll let the poll run while I'm wrapping up. This poll is for U.S. voters. Thank you, Jobber, for watching. Okay, really quick, I'm going to put this on the screen right now. Where is it? Oh, there it is. For U.S. voters, have you voted yet? Then I'll put it in the Twitch chat, and then I'll start wrapping up here. Let's see here. Yes, and be honest, as Reaper Sam says. Hey, this is Agenda Free TV. We cover all kinds of live breaking news without an agenda. Subscribe and follow the channel. We might have some Middle East news later tonight. We'll certainly have more Middle East news in the days to come, and also we'll be having election news in the days to come. Jennifer says it's Pinal County. That's what Jennifer says. I'll have to watch some videos where people talk about it. Again, I wonder if there's a Spanish pronunciation and an Americanized pronunciation, but I don't want to get into that again. Thank you so much, Jennifer from Arizona. Or Pinal, she says. Like Al Bundy. Let's see here. All right, I'm hungry. I got to go eat. I got to eat something. So subscribe and follow the channel, Agenda Free TV, and turn on the notifications. We have a notification system here. It's free. It works awesome. You sign up once, and you get sent a notification every time we go live, so you don't miss a live stream. And the link, the mods will post the link to the notifications in the chat, and you can also find that notifications link on the Facebook and YouTube description for this broadcast. And hold on, I'll show you what people voted in terms of our poll. Well, the poll numbers are on YouTube. 52% of people on YouTube said they have. 51% on YouTube. U.S. voters said they voted. 49% no. So it's about half and half. That's on YouTube. And on Twitch, I already voted. I voted last week, like a week ago. So I encourage everybody who's a U.S. voter who's registered to vote, go vote. Or register to vote if you can still register and then vote. On Twitch, it's 43% say they have voted and 57% say they have not voted. This question is supposed to be for U.S. voters. So again, about half and half on YouTube, little less than half on Twitch have voted watching there. So I appreciate you participating in the poll. Hey, shout out to our moderators. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate it. Over there on Twitch, Big Ball of Yarn, DeBears, Good Luck Duck, and Surly Dev, and all of our other mods who've been there. On Facebook, Margaret Riley, Kay Lowry Body, Beth Shepard, Ronald Egnor, all of our other moderators there. Margaret Riley, did I get everybody? I hope. Thanks for modding. On YouTube, we have, and thanks Adrian R. for the gift memberships. Adrian R. just gave 20 people gift memberships. Wow, it's so nice of you. Make sure you thank Adrian or anybody else who gives you a gift membership or a gift subscription. Thanks so much, Adrian R. It's really kind of you. Thanks Beth Mythical, Roberts May Queen, Ruth Krafasi for moderating over on YouTube, all of our other YouTube moderators, Linda Belk and Larry moderating for us on X. And wow, Sean TV, so generous of Sean. Wow. Sean says, shout out to the Look Nerds. Get out and vote if you want your opinion to count. I agree with you, Sean. That's really nice of you, Sean. Thank you. Very generous of you. Thanks for all your support for the channel, Sean TV. And Sean says, go vote. I agree. Go vote. Thanks to everybody who donated. Speaking of which, thanks to everybody who donated. That is really nice of you guys. Really appreciate your support for the channel. You are the ones who allow this channel to exist and to buy footage and to buy election maps like we're doing next Tuesday. So with the Reuters map, I'm looking forward to using that. So really appreciate your support. If you ever want to donate to the channel, you can go to agendafree.tv, agendafree.tv. But huge thanks to you for supporting the channel. And let's see here. We have a chat. You can chat with other viewers when we're not on the air. It's the Agenda Free TV Discord chat. Check it out. It's the same link as the notifications link. It's free. Check out the Discord chat. The mods will post that too. Thanks to our Discord mods, by the way. And if you are watching on YouTube and you subscribe over there, make sure you turn the YouTube notifications on. For YouTube to turn on the notifications there, what you got to do after you subscribe is you need to do this. You need to click the notifications bell and choose all notifications. Make sure you do that on YouTube. Also, Jimbo Alogo says, vote, vote, vote. Yes, vote. Also, thanks so much to our Facebook subscribers. Like, Robert Rial says, are there mods in the Discord chat? Yes, that is a modded chat over there on Discord. Thanks to our subscribers like Robert Rial II, Eve Richards, Lou Green, Kay Lowry Body. Hey, Paul Anderson was modding too. Thanks, Paul. Kristen McConnell Gates. Thanks for for being a subscriber. I'm sorry. Margaret Riley, thanks for subscribing. All of our other Facebook subscribers, thank you so much for your support. And also our Twitch subscribers, you are awesome. Timido1, Wall Street Shaggy, Billy Joe, DeBears, Chi-Town Bear, Integrity Farmer Bob, Ellie Bourne, thank you for subscribing. Beautiful Profanity, Trace, Timido1, thank you. Given Freeman, Allistic, and all of our other subscribers over there on Twitch. Thanks for subscribing. And our YouTube members, Dean R., Zinkman, Hasseldehoff, Joe Hart, Evelyn and Maid, Ronald Kame, Sarah, just to name some of them, Patricia Grace, Otis Fats, The Weed U.S. Mama, Darth Alice, Randy Bigby, Evelyn Volmer, Frank J., Don Nelson, Mr. G., Palm Tree, Justinian, Jan Porter, Queen of the South, Jason Carlton, Bronshaj Dansker, thanks for being a new member. Gifted one by Adrian R. Batman, Motivational Humor, Randy, thank you again. M. Shep, Dr. McRib, John Flick, Patrick Malone, Naomi Nocturnal, Paula Faust, Jane Jones, Riddles, Ryan M., all of our other members as well. Isaiah, Darth Alice, Stinky, Robert T., Chris Ould. Happy Halloween to everybody who is celebrating it. Be safe on Halloween. Have a good time. And also, Panic, thanks for watching. Diane Allworth, our subscriber. Thanks, Diane, for subscribing over there on Facebook. And also Kippers watching on Twitch, and all of our other viewers and members and subscribers. Thank you. All right, I'm going to wrap up the stream. I appreciate you joining. If you missed and you want to see the Trump rally and the Harris rally that already happened, rewind and watch it. And we might have more coverage, more news coverage coming up after I eat, so keep an eye out. And follow me on X, @Lookner. I always post breaking news. I'm posting it constantly on X, @Lookner on X. I will post that link in the chat. And also Agenda Free TV on X. I always post there before we go live. And I also post scheduling updates, sometimes post channel news over there on X, @Agenda Free TV. Okay, guys, 5 days till the election. I'm going to take a break. I am going to eat, and we might have some coverage a little later this evening. Okay? Thanks so much for watching our election coverage, and we will see you soon with more live breaking news coverage right here at Agenda Free TV.